Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with Renewal by Andersen and get $250 off every window and door this month only. Plus, zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for 18 months. With Renewal by Andersen, you're getting American craftsmanship, expert installation, and signature service. But you're also getting longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors are also designed to reduce outside noise, creating a quieter and more peaceful living environment. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and lock in your savings today. Or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Modern Plumbing Industries. I think everyone can agree, when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire place comes to a screeching halt. That's why I suggest having access to Modern Plumbing Industries, an amazing company. And they're running some incredible deals in July right now. $1,776 will get you a 40 or 50-gallon electric water heater installed. How about a $250 camera inspection from Outside Accessible Cleanouts, or $250 off any service over $2,500. Book your appointment today at modernpi.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we place the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Guys, summer is here and it's time to get that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long. So I say go to Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys. It's more than just a barber shop. It's total man care. The perfect haircut, great beard trim with a hot towel and a drink in your hand, and that's waiting for you at 4 locations across Central Florida, open 7 days a week. Plus, Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C-Lane, you'll get a free $20 credit towards your first visit this month only. So you got to book now. HammerandNailsGrooming.com. Hammer and Nails. Total man care starts here.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
It'll be England taking on Lionel Messi and Argentina on Wednesday in the World Cup semifinals. It took extra time for England to get past Norway in the quarterfinals.
Rodgers lets it go. Milan's back.
first semifinal is tomorrow with France taking on Spain in Arlington, Texas.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Monday, July 13th, 2026. Lots to get to today. From was Lindsey Graham poisoned to Conor McGregor UFC fight-fixing allegations and the shocking truth about that viral Bison attack video. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello!
So are you. You can join us with a dispatch. Record yours on the website or the app right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Not bad. How about you?
Good. Glad to be back at it. We have so many things to get into today. It was a busy weekend, so that means it's going to be a busy day here on the show. Mondays are easy, right?
Sometimes.
For me, at least. I don't know about for you, but Monday is like, whoa, holy cow, do we got a lot to get into. So we will do that.
Quite a bit that happened over the weekend, and even just this morning.
Yeah. I mean, just one after another, mystery people dying or kind of going quiet or disappearing or not. I don't know. Definitely wasn't Iran, right? Definitely wasn't Russia. Have we sorted all of this out? We'll get into that. There are theories abounding out there, and we'll definitely address those at some point in time here during the show today. Also, C-Lane, I didn't even tell you about this, but I launched a new feature yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
All right? It's the last one ever. It's only for Secret Show subscribers. But don't roll your eyes. It's the last.
Sure.
Let me tell you why,
ever, guys.
Let me tell you why I did this first. Okay. First thing is, I routinely, when we do some sort of live event or when we go out or when somebody comes up and say they listen to the show and they're like, "Hey, nice to meet you," I'll ask people, "Have you ever sent in a dispatch?" Or like, "Do you ever join us on the show?" And the number one thing I get when somebody says, "No, I've never sent in a dispatch," is what? What do you think? What's the number one
I'm
excuse?
too scared to.
Okay, that's a good one. I get that a lot. Yeah, I do. But more than that, I get people saying, "I hate the sound of my own voice." All right? They say, "I hate the sound of my own voice." So I would love to join the show with my feedback, but I don't necessarily like to hear the sound of my voice. Well, that has been forever repaired for you. All right? For today, maybe today only. Maybe I take the feature away. If you go over to
the good Coderino giveth and the good Coderino taketh away.
You bet your ass. You go to thenewsjunkie.com and you go to the little dispatches section. On the dispatch page, there is now an option for Secret Show subscribers called TTS Dispatch, and you can choose different voices. All right, so you can say whatever you want. You type in a script. You can put in what the effects should be on the voice: angry, sad, laughing, whatever you want, and you put it in there. I've added radio DJ, Sergeant, Flirty Girl, and New York Mobster. All right,
let's hear Flirty Girl.
I can't do it. You can send one right now if you want. You can test this out. Unless you're not a Secret Show subscriber. I don't know if you're tossing any support behind, but we'll see how that goes today.
I'll
what
wait for some gifted subs.
Yeah, going to need a little more of that. We'll see what happens. Send yours over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. Here we go. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. Whether you want it to be or not, the World Cup action ain't over, folks. I've been told by people who know we're just getting into the nitty-gritty. but the vibes are immaculate. The vibes have never been better. In Miami, in the stadium, the fans, all the players, both teams, they started to hear a song playing along on the speakers of the stadium, and they started singing along, so let's listen in. Wait for it.
Oh, that took me a second. Nice.
There's nothing quite like an entire stadium of people singing a song together.
I needed
man.
that today. Yeah, I needed that for my Monday morning.
It's one of those things that gets me so jazzed. I'm like, oh, man. I have stories about myself and some of the people in the band Oasis, if you're new around here, but I throw it all to the side. All right, I'll throw it all to the side for a moment like that where everybody can sing along. And Oasis Wonderwall comes onto the speakers. And you're right. For a second, you're like, what is that? What's that song? What are they singing? And then that whoosh.
Gonna be the one that saves me.
Everybody's singing along. What's so crazy about this to me is this is the power of a mega song. Like you sit down, you grab a guitar. AI will never do this. It probably will. But for now, AI doesn't quite do this. You put a pen to a pad, you write a song, and then everybody in this stadium knows it. From like 5-year-olds to 95-year-olds and everybody in between. And I think that's pretty damn cool. I like it myself. But, you tell me what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Many, many things to discuss today, as I said, and we'll start rolling through some of those. Obviously, Lindsey Graham mysteriously dead. What'd they say? They said after a surprising and short battle with a mystery illness or something. The family came out. They're like, it was a short battle with a surprise illness.
Surprise!
Yeah, like what is that? What's going on with everybody? We got Mitch McConnell proof of life photos, ? There's some fun stuff. But another person who passed away, unfortunately, over the weekend was one of the actors from my favorite movie of all time. Literally #1 with a bullet. And I don't think anybody could have done his role better than he did. Sam Neill, the star of Jurassic Park.
I couldn't believe it this morning. I was like, no.
Yeah. He looked like such a healthy 78. We all know what I'm talking about when I say that. Like, there are people who are 78 and you go, oh my God, Crypt Keeper behind you. And then there are people who are 78 and you look at them and you're like, you look fantastic. Like, you literally look great. And actor Sam Neill of Jurassic Park fame, if you don't know, he was the main paleontologist. He's the main character.
Grant.
He's Dr. Grant, for God's sake. He's the guy in there. And David Attenborough's brother died a long time ago. The one who was like, we've spared no expense. That guy, he's been dead forever. So you got Sam Neill now dead at 78 years old. A lot of people don't know. He shunned the whole Hollywood thing, which I always appreciate. Just an obnoxious lot, the Hollywood folks, as you well know already. But he shunned the Hollywood people and went and built a farm or created a farm where he had ducks and all these little animals, and he spent his time with them. And here was one of his final videos that he posted on social media. Same with his duck.
I don't know if he's ever cuddled a duck. This is Charlie.
I love when people say stuff like that in these videos. He goes, I don't know if you've ever cuddled a duck. Well, no, we haven't cuddled a duck, Sam Neill, all right?
Loves cuddling.
He's petting his little duck.
Very soothing for Charlie. And probably more soothing for me.
How did this guy die?
I know. He's sitting there cuddling ducks. His blood pressure is probably totally normal.
It's in the negative. I think his blood pressure is literally in the negative.
Oh, that would kill you.
There he is. So, sweet man, Jurassic Park fame, dying at age 78, unfortunately.
And like you said, he still was working. He still had some stuff coming up. It didn't seem like he was in any sort of disrepair.
Yeah,
it's not like, sometimes you wake up to
I like the word disrepair about
a human.
A human being. Because I think that's a good word to describe me.
Because, like, you wake up to the news that people die all the time, and every once in a while you go, yep, that one makes sense. That one, that person was in disrepair.
Yeah, I know. I agree. We already got these TTS dispatches coming in. Do we want to hear them? Or
let's try them out.
Is this going to be a failed experiment, you think? Or I don't know. Here's Hale with one of the TTS dispatches.
Hey, how you doing? I need some absolution. The fam told me I had to cap the other head of the family in Queens. That is the only way to make some cheddar. Capiche?
This is a bad idea. You see?
How did he spell capiche? I wouldn't even know how to spell capiche.
CIPISCE. So he must have got that right, I think. People are using it already. I don't know if it's going to be a flop or not. We'll let people judge. Bootsy?
Hey, big boy.
Oh, my gosh.
Flirty girl here.
Oh, my gosh. This is...
Also, I've never seen Jurassic Park.
What the... Sean!
That's the weirdest thing about that. You know, I told you, most people who will talk to me will say, I would love to send a dispatch. I would love to be a part of the show. I hate the sound of my voice. Now, problem solved, right?
Yeah, because you built the porn spatch.
It's not a porn spatch. Please don't call it a porn spatch. That's one of the options. There's a sergeant. There's various different options. Or people can send in their real voice. That's fine, too. And
I can't wait for old Sergeant to go, hey, big boy, I've never seen Jurassic Park.
This is somebody saying that's not why people don't send in dispatches? Man kicking?
It's not that we don't want to send in dispatches or we care about our voice.
Okay, I got to stop you. You know I hate this. If you listen to this show, don't say we. You're not a we. You're a single person. You're not speaking on behalf of a movement. You're not the person behind 1,000 other people like you think you are. You're not some grand representative for the larger audience. Say I, me, man kicking, okay? Please, in the future. Thank you.
Ever since you started seeing the commentary of what's in the dispatch, you stopped playing as many dispatches that we send in.
Yeah.
The dispatch was more fun if you didn't know what was coming.
Yeah, the FCC loves that too, man kicking. They're huge fans of the dispatches you don't know coming, right? Now, there's a transcript on the dispatch so I can see if you're on topic, number one. And second of all, so I can see if you're cursing, because you can't play that. Whether you do it in a very whispery, flirty girl voice or not, right? Like,
hey, big boy.
Even that, you're not allowed to do it. You know what I mean? There's rules. There's things that you can't do. We'll see how it works, man kicking. You've got your theory and the group you think you represent. I have my theory because I've literally talked to my own audience for a very, 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 very long time. And after talking to hundreds and hundreds of people about this very particular issue, this is the number one thing that I get. This is the number one thing I get. Nolan on YouTube says, no, that man speaks for me. He doesn't. Well, maybe for you, but not for the rest of them. Let us know what you think, and maybe you join us with one of these along the way today. We got our, of course, Lindsey Graham information, some crazy juicy stuff on that. We got to get to this Bison viral video because the story behind it is absolutely wild. But let's start off.
The video itself is absolutely wild.
Oh, my God, it's so crazy. That went viral about as fast as anything I've ever seen in my life, honest to God. And I saw that video, and when I showed it to Courtney goes, did he just die? And I go, no. And then she's like, okay, good. And she's like, I didn't want to laugh if he died. And I'm like, I would have laughed if he died or not. That was a funny Bison flipping video. I have never enjoyed something so much in my life. Over at the box office, Moana didn't catch a wave, says Deadline on Saturday and Sunday at the box office. Although it did bring in $43 million at number one, it cost about $250 million. Yeah. Okay? $250 million.
Yours says Moana didn't catch a wave? Mine says Moana flounders.
Yeah, see, that's what they're all going to do.
Two flounders.
Kel's Official says, this is the best thing my boyfriend has ever showed me. I've never watched the live show before. Welcome in. You can join along as well. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. Moana #1 with $43 million. It was originally supposed to get about $60 million in the opening weekend. Even 80, I think, before that, but it fell off hard. People just don't care that much about it. Minions and Monsters, #2 with $20 million. Toy Story 5 in at #3 with $18 million. Followed by Evil Dead Burn, and that Young Washington movie just hangs on to the top 5 over at the box office. I got some amazing emails. Honestly, some of the best we've gotten in a long time. I did want to save those, so I'll put them right here. We'll do those in the next segment. We'll also get to the very surprising news going on with Lindsey Graham and what was happening there. We got Amy Caulfield, the viral Bison thing, everything you need to know about. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash has been cleared up on I-4 eastbound near Osceola Polk Line.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. How are you, everybody? How are you? Hope you're doing good on a Monday. Hope your weekend was good. Hope all is well in your world. Hey, I got something to try. You want to try it? Hang on. Uh-oh.
Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Hurricane season is here, and I know that you've probably checked a bunch of stuff off your list. You've got all the water, you've got the batteries, the flashlights. Have you taken a look at your windows? I think you probably have. You probably have those old aluminum windows that are just letting all the cold air out during the summer. Reese Windows and Doors wants to help you out with that. They've been installing windows for over 50 years, and they specialize in those hurricane impact windows. Reese hurricane impact windows come with a lifetime guarantee.
Where's the...
It transfers when you
what?
sell a home. You're better protected in the case of a bad storm, and your home is better insulated. It helps with that energy bill. It's a win-win with Reese Windows and Doors. And most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks. Installation is included in the quote. So get that free quote.
Folks, stand by.
ReeseWindows.com. Or if you want to win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese, time to pick up your phone. Text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's
They changed my video interface here, so hang on.
Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at GreenwayKias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value.
Oh, okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, let's see if this works. Is it going to follow me? YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat. Let me know. Is it following me? Yes or no? It is. Okay, good. Cameraman Yoda is following me around the room as expected. Thank God for him. We have so much stuff to sort through. We're going to get to all this Lindsey Graham stuff. Was it Iran taking him out? Was it Russia? Was it just some sort of heart attack? What do we know? What do we not know? What the hell is going on with Mitch McConnell? He literally took a photo with the newspaper front page. The background behind that video of the Bison flipping the guy, Amy Caulfield, and that's all coming up in just the next hour of the show, all right? Okay, couple of things. One, if you would like, you could join us with the dispatch. You could also take things up a notch and give some subs, give some subscriptions over at thenewsjunkie.com. Those are greatly appreciated. We'd love to get some momentum to start the week off there. Show your support with 1 gifted subscription for another great listener of the show, 5, whatever you got in your heart. However, I've heard a lot of people over the years, or the year or two that I've had Skull Mike, talking about if I'm moving around too much, it screws up the volume. Let's try some. Okay? Stand by. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Okay, how is this? I cannot hear this. I do not know if it's good, if it's bad. I don't know if the combination of the two microphones is like catastrophic and that one needs to be muted. How is it? Rate the improvement level here. Okay? We'll be back on the show in just 2 minutes, by the way. 2 minutes and we're back live. Sounds good? Sounds amazing? Does it sound weird that the room is in here? Because ideally I want this and that. And then when Courtney comes and stuff, you guys can hear her. And then all I have to do is pop on this little wireless mic. And I could be like over here chilling, you know what I mean? Just big stepping it over here, right? 7 out of 10? All right, I don't know what it sounds like. Sounds really good? Okay. Okay. We have a little something to work with here. We are going to be back in 90 seconds live on the show. Another final question before we rip into things full speed here. Has anybody else been having podcast problems? Because I got another email about podcast skipping. Let me know. No, it's a 10 out of 10. Sounds great in any place of the room. No echo or anything. Good. Because people always said, like, it's hard to hear what's going on. I can't tell what's happening. You have to be super close to the mic. Now, if I have them both on, it gets the room. It gets Courtney when she comes to the door. And then me, no matter where I go, I'm moving and grooving. You know what I mean? It cracks on the highs. Do I need to bring down? Do I need to bring down the audio a little bit? Where's the audio level? Too loud? Too quiet? It's peaking. Now I don't have to turn up the volume for Skull Mic and then get blasted when the actual show comes on. That's what I'm trying to fix. By the way, if you like this, hit the like button over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Each like saves 100 little children from either Gaza or Israel, whichever side you support. Each like saves 100 of them. Okay, we're coming back right now. Godspeed, everybody. Stand by.
150th anniversary, we're looking back at 2.5 centuries of rebellion and liberty through the eyes of the heroes who defended it.
The whole thing about this country is freedom. If we're not careful, we could lose that.
On Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, we bring you the defining moments of valor that went above and beyond the call of duty. Listen to Medal of Honor on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Medal of Honor and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This is...
My word, is there a lot to discuss? Join us with your dispatches. That's your thoughts, whatever's on your mind. Record yours on the app or over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Out of nowhere this weekend, I mean, seemingly out of nowhere, you had Lindsey Graham, the politician. Now, a lot of these politicians are pretty old, but Lindsey Graham was 71, I think, 71 years old. So whereas, he's an older dude, there's so many people in Congress that are way older than him. And he was just like 24 hours before, Lindsey Graham's just shooting the S with the media people, and he seemed totally fine. And I hate this. I hate when this happens. I hate when somebody seems totally normal, and then 2 days later they're dead. And you go, oh my God, now what's going to happen for me? I want to be able to see it coming from a mile away.
You think you're going to die all of a sudden?
I don't think I'm going to die all of a sudden, and I'm not trying to just center myself as the main character here, Sealand. But what I am saying What I am saying, without a doubt, is when I see
the
somebody
main character.
when I see somebody die like that, and they seemed good like 48 hours or 24 hours before, it scares me more. It overall scares me a little bit more. And then I see stories like this. Was Lindsey Graham poisoned? Why Iran and Russia are at the center of conspiracy theories. And this is making the rounds out there. It says the sudden and unexpected death of veteran U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham has sparked a flood of online conspiracy theories, with Iran and Russia becoming the focus of unverified speculation. Although officials said the South Carolina Republican died following a brief and sudden illness, which is, I mean, it's just a strange way to even describe this. There was reports that there was somebody getting CPR at his house, which was almost exactly like the Mitch McConnell thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening here? It's weird. These old political people, what's going on? No evidence has emerged linking any foreign actor to his death. Yet Graham's recent Ukraine visit, his push for fresh sanctions on Russia, his long-standing advocacy of a hardline policy against Iran, and recent reports of threats from Iranians' leaders have prompted social media users and commentators to question whether there's more to the story.
Well, of course you would question whether there's more to the story when you report things like sudden mysterious illness.
Yeah.
You know, like the word, it's like you're almost asking for this.
Yeah. Somebody says Lindsey Graham didn't have much family, just his sister. We'll get into that, too, because there's lots of like rumors around this dude. But here he is. This is crazy. This is 24 hours before he died. This is Lindsey Graham in front of a bunch of tanks, for God's sake. And he just seems fine.
We've reached agreement with the White House on a version of the Russian sanctions bill that they will support. It means it's going to become law. So when I get back to Washington, I'm going to go with Senator Blumenthal to the Republican, the Democratic leader, to see if we can find time to move this Russian sanctions package that would give tools to President
So
Trump.
you're going to see he seems completely and totally is with it. There's no sign that something is going wrong. I know you don't always get that. I'm sure you guys have like lost somebody and the day before they seem fine. But it's a little bit bizarre. And I'll tell you what the doctors have said about this in a moment or two here. But is this the radio traffic? This is the radio traffic from the incident at Lindsey Graham's house. Let's see if that's mysterious at all.
In response, 7 response, chest pains.
Chest pains.
South Capitol Street, Southeast. In response, 7 response, chest pains. South Capitol Street, Southeast. ALS response, medical intercept 7 response.
ALS response.
South Capitol Street, Southeast. Sector 37-2027.
Engine 7 to communications for a call back. You have open the front door.
Is this easier to listen to on their side? Because I have no idea what that lady's saying. I only knew
the
that there was
lady was the mumble-mouthed, and then the guy sounds like he was not in any hurry.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Which for an emergency services person, you would think you would want to hear a little more, I don't know, into initiative and a little more pep in the step.
Yeah, a little excitement about this. What the hell's going on here?
32.
Engine 7 back.
Engine 7, the caller says she's not in the home. She says the door is unlocked.
Door is unlocked.
Is your guys 11?
Deadbolt is secured.
Deadbolt is secured.
Stand by. Communication Engine 7, the caller says, have you tried knocking at the door to see if the patient will answer?
Yes, repeatedly.
So did he literally have no one living in his house with him? Like, can you imagine that? You're a big, famous politician. A lot of people know who you are. A lot of people love you. A lot of people hate you. You're traveling the world. You're an incredibly powerful person. And then he just lived by himself. I don't even know many people right now who live by themselves.
No.
And that just seems like it would be very, very weird. But Lindsey Graham lived by himself. And so they went to the house and there's deadbolt locked. And so you start to wonder, like, why would there be conspiracies about this, Sean? Well, here he is. This is a couple of days before he died. July 6th. This is like a week. He says, at least they use a good photo of me. Judge me by my enemies. And it's the Iranian crowd. And it says, sooner or later, your heads will roll. Target Lindsey Graham with an actual gun target on his forehead. And it says, see what happens. And now I could also see Ben Shapiro and some other people, Donald Trump, President Trump. But amongst these was Lindsey Graham. legitimately, there was a lot of people saying they wanted to kill this guy, even though he lived by himself and was just kind of chilling there.
And there were some people dancing on his grave over there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they were seeking this or saying that they were going to do it. Some of the details here. This says the final hours. Lindsey Graham spoke with Trump by phone Saturday night and briefed him on his recent trip to Ukraine and the Russian sanctions bill he wanted the Senate to vote on soon. Trump told Lindsey Graham he was preparing to launch fresh strikes against Iran after another attack on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The person who spoke with Graham shortly afterwards said the senator, here we go, complained that he was feeling unwell. When the person urged him to seek medical attention immediately, Lindsey Graham said he would do so Sunday morning after his scheduled appearance on NBC's Meet the Press. Now, obviously, he didn't make it to Meet the Press because he died. Lindsey Graham joked on the phone call, I can't die now. I still need to do the Russia sanctions, get Iran sorted out, and do Israeli-Saudi normalizations. He died right after saying this, which is, your final words always seem more strange because they're your final words, right? If the last thing I said to C-Lane after the show, when our mics are off and we're about to roll out for the day, my final little message to C-Lane was the last thing I ever said to him. Trust me, it would be weird.
It'd be like, I can't die now. I need to add a new text-to-speech voice on the News Junkie app for subscribers.
I haven't checked, but I'm sure there's just some absolutely grade A golden content on there. We'll dig that up in a moment here. A D.C. medical examiner says Lindsey Graham's preliminary cause of death is aortic dissection due to arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease. I don't know what the hell that means. So let's look that up. Aortic dissection. C-Line, is that just a heart attack? Is that a fancy way for saying you're depressed? What is an aortic dissection? Because that's what they're blaming this on, the D.C. medical examiner.
Symptoms and causes. Medical emergency in which a tear happens in the inner layer of the body's main artery. A life-threatening medical emergency in the innermost layer of the aorta of the body's main artery. The blood forces its way between the artery's walls, splitting them apart. Call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room immediately if you suspect this condition.
Okay. Would that be considered a heart attack, though, or no? It's like another heart issue, like a heart failure of another type, I guess.
Is aortic dissection a heart attack? No, it's not. A heart attack is when a clogged blood vessel blocks blood from reaching the heart muscle. An aortic dissection is a tear, and the blood forces its way between the layers and tears them apart.
Okay.
It's kind of the opposite of a heart attack.
That's allegedly what happened to Lindsey Graham. I don't know. Some of this other stuff seems a little bit interesting at the very least. There was a lot of people that wanted this guy dead. We've got these political leaders mysteriously falling out. There's some strange things to me. Somebody shares on Meet the Press, which strangely enough, I guess, is where Lindsey Graham was trying to get before he died. But I guess they had Donald Trump on, and the president, somebody said he sounds like he was crying here. I don't know if I've ever heard President Trump almost cry.
I don't think I have.
I don't think I've heard him get choked up, but that's what they said happened here. Let's listen. Here we go.
Around the time, it couldn't have been much longer. It could have been his last call. I don't know exactly, but I got a message about 1 o'clock in the morning from one of the people at his office that he had passed away. I said, I just can't believe it. He was like a member of the family to me. It's very tough, actually.
Okay, that's funny for a couple of reasons. But Trump said he's like a member of the family to me, right? He was a member of the family. I said, oh, okay. I remember some stuff, though. Like, I remember some problems back and forth with them. I remember some moments. We all have our moments. You know, sometimes in relationships you get along, sometimes you don't. But this one kind of stuck with me. This way, he says he was just like a member of the family, but let's flash back.
Today I got called a jackass by this guy. Then I said to myself, hey, didn't this guy call me like 4 years ago? Yes. He called me 4 years ago, 4 years ago.
Sounds different.
I didn't even know who he was.
Is this sped up?
He goes, Mr. Trump?
It might be sped up a little bit because Trump sounds different here.
Yeah.
He's talking about Lindsey Graham.
To Senator Lindsey Graham, I wonder if it would be possible for you to call Fox. And he wanted to know whether or not I could give him a good reference on Fox and Friends, okay? He wanted to know. Would I do that? And then, of course, he wanted to know whether or not he could come and see me for some campaign contribution. And he gave me his number, and I found the card. I wrote the number down. I don't know if it's the right number. Let's try it. 202.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. Maybe it's 3-4 years ago, so maybe it's an old number.
He just gives out his cell phone number. And I was like, hey, we're family. Maybe they made up. Maybe they made up. He made up with Ted Cruz, so anything is possible.
That did
anything can
sound
happen.
like an AI Trump. Like it was too fast.
Yeah, he was all sped up. That was real, though. I remember when he did that. Let's see if he sounds more choked up going back to the Meet the Press thing.
It's amazing.
Mr. President.
He was such an advocate. He was, if he wanted to get something, and he had a unique ability. He was able to deal with Democrats and Republicans. If I had a problem, a real problem, I wouldn't often ask. But if I had a problem with a Democrat, he could work it out. He was a great politician, actually.
He does sound pretty choked up, actually. And I don't know what's going on there, but he did sound like he was pretty emotional.
I did not know he was capable of tears.
I'd not heard that before. It was kind of a nice positive moment. I saw a lot of people from the other side of the aisle. I saw like a nice message from Kamala Harris and then Cory Booker, who definitely did not get along with Senator Graham politically speaking, but I guess did just like on a personal level, had a nice message that he put out. So it's like not people doing the grave dancing stuff.
So I go up to Lindsey Graham, and I'm a brand new senator, determined to do something about mass incarceration. And I hear through Dick Durbin and others that he's the guy to work with. And I say, Mr. Graham, sir, I'd like to work with you on criminal justice reform. He seems almost amused by what I said. He goes, Cory, do you understand? I'm in a primary.
I don't know. I didn't expect that. I don't know. I didn't expect that to happen. I'll keep an eye on this here. We only have one more dump, and plus I don't know what's coming up in these TTS dispatches.
I can't even so much as talk to you right now. Get out of here, man. Come back to me after my primary. And I laughed and came back to him after the primary. And true to his word, he rolled up his sleeves and we went to work.
Yeah, so he's had a nice message about working with him. And I think like I hate this day and age of like, because I disagree with somebody, I am going to dance on their grave and I'm going to loudly celebrate their death. Like there are people who I celebrate their death. When Bin Laden died, I was all about it. I was
America.
Hell yeah, brother, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him, I was all about it. When these terrible actual monsters die, I'm all about it. Every once in a blue moon. But when these people you just disagree with die, I like when they don't crap on each other just because they're like politically opposed.
Did you celebrate when al-Baghdadi died like a dog?
You bet your ass I did. He died like a dog. I celebrate every moment. Russian opposition figure Igor Eidman claimed that Lindsey Graham may have been killed by the Kremlin. According to this person, two factors point to this: the timing and location. Moscow had a motive. Graham actively advocated for increased pressure on Russia and support for Ukraine. He also recently said that Trump supported his bill introducing new hellish sanctions against the Russian Federation. They also said he just went to Ukraine. So they're like, that's the Russians suggesting, I don't know, maybe they had something to do with it. And then on the rumors of Lindsey lived by himself, Graham, there was a lot of interesting information being thrown around. This one I thought was, more interesting. Graham was an unmarried man whose mannerisms and speech patterns read as effeminate or gay. To the extent his gayness was the worst kept secret in Washington, it was because if you heard the guy talk, you suspected he might be gay. The evidence that he patronized male prostitutes, there's a lot of stories about this. Lindsey Graham, like with male prostitutes, they said is some anonymous posts on social media platforms and message boards that could be entirely fabricated. There's never been a single on-the-record claim or accusation from a named person. There's never been a shred of evidence. And I'm sure a lot of people have looked for it because outing somebody like Graham as gay would make a progressive journalist career. It was very difficult for a politician to regularly patronize sex workers without getting caught. That's how Elliot Spitzer got caught moving his hooker money around. Oh, forgot about Elliot Spitzer.
Yeah.
The hooker money. It's plausible and perhaps likely that Lindsey Graham was gay, but unlikely he patronized male prostitutes. The Lady G, Ladybug, all of those things. The memes are most likely fabrications. He was probably celibate, somebody says. Daniel Friedman, the journalist Daniel Friedman, writing about why Lindsey Graham may have not been married to somebody else.
I could see the celibate thing just because it's like, all right, one of the last things you said to somebody was, I can't die yet. I have to work on Russian sanctions.
Yeah.
That's not a person who has sex.
No, probably not. No, like that's Washington talk.
You would think
I will never say that to you at the end of the show. I will never be like, I can't because I've got to work on the sanctions.
You would think that other people with different priorities would be like, I can't die yet. I have to see my kid graduate. I have to, hold my grandchildren. I have to do something, nice.
Right. Yeah.
But this guy, Russian sanctions.
He was into it his whole life in the world of politics. I don't understand that, but for some people, I guess that's what they want to do. This post here says from Scott Stedman, South Carolina law requires a new special Republican primary when a nominee chosen through a primary dies before the general election. So I guess that's what will happen. The governor appoints somebody until January. So the governor of the state of South Carolina will appoint somebody to the Senate. Is the governor of South Carolina a Republican right now? Can you look that up real quick? Because that will matter. I mean, that's obviously going to determine
Republican Henry McMaster.
Okay, so nothing really will change all that much in the Senate. The governor will appoint somebody who's very likely a Republican. That will last until January when
Trump says he was urging the governor to appoint Lindsey Graham's sister.
Oh, really? Really interesting. I mean, I don't know much about her or what would happen. I just know the death was very strange. Is it? Oh, shut up. Wouldn't that be? The parents were just screwing with him at that point, right? Do you want to try one of these TTS dispatches, or are you scared?
I think we're fine.
There's so many coming in. Like, if this is any indication, people really, they don't want to hear their own voice, but they do want to be a part of the show. Like, here's an example.
God damn it, Watson! You're a goddamn genius! This is the most outstanding answer I have ever heard! You must have a goddamn IQ of 160! You are goddamn
okay.
genius!
Well, that's a lot of all
right. Let's be easy on it. See, people are sensitive to that word. There's people just testing it out. There's a lot of different things going on. So yeah, we'll see. You guys can send those in. I prefer the dispatches where I can hear your actual voice. You could do the anonymizer version. You got no excuses now. So we'll see how it goes as the day rolls on. Now, I wanted to get to these emails. I have not done that just yet, but they're really good emails to get started. Some interesting stuff, including C-Lane. We've been invited to something.
What?
All right? We've been invited to something. And we got Amy Kay as well, Amy Caulfield. She'll be joining us at the top of the hour. We are just getting started on a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm going to hit break talk. Hey, everybody. And the break talk goes live. I also want the wireless mic to go live. It's hooked up to little yellow tech, or not yellow tech, one of the little wireless mics here that I have. Oh, it's on Rack Mini 2 in OBS in the same scene right next to Skull Mike. So you'll see the one called wireless too. Thank you. Can you hear me, folks? Can you hear me loud and clear? Amy Caulfield in 16 minutes. She's so great. I can't wait to hear from her. Yeah, we heard all that. You don't need to yell. I'll try to stop yelling. I will tell you that I turned the volume down a little bit because you guys said it was peaking out. Is this better? I turned the volume down just a little bit because I could see the levels on the wireless mic peaking a little bit. It's good? Good. All right, let's see if we can get you a Skull Mic exclusive, everybody. Here's one for you. Skull Mike exclusive. Martha Lillard. Martha Lillard, R.I.P. Not just Lindsey Graham, not just half of Mitch McConnell, but also Martha Lillard, R.I.P., died this weekend. She was the last patient in an iron lung in the United States of America. Get this, she died at 78 years old. She died of complications from COVID-19, strangely enough. It got to her in the iron lung. It got to her in the iron lung. Would you have wanted to live to the ripe old age of 78 in an iron lung, considering Martha Lillard contracted polio at 5 years old and went into the iron lung when she was 5? So for 73 years of her life, for 73 years, she lived in an iron lung. What's that? Let me see. See if I can show you guys. Iron lung. It's this big machine like this right here. And she lived for 73 years of her life in this machine. In the iron lung. Lived in that. Here's another example right here. Okay? Like that. She lived for 73 years in one of those iron lungs. Would you rather die? Just honest question. Yeah. Rachel says, God, take me now. Well, I mean, I'm just being real. 73 years in an iron lung just sitting there. Like the longest MRI of your life, right? Would you want to live that way? Yeah? Did she ever have any kids? Are you kidding me? What do you think? She's having sex inside the iron lung? No, she didn't have any kids. What are you talking about? Did she have any kids? Yeah, she had a couple of dates. They would come into the iron lung and just pump her full of the stuff. And then, you know, she'd deliver a baby in the iron lung, of course. Kill me? Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Living life as an appliance is tough? Yeah, you bet. All right, we're coming back right now. Here we go. Take me out 65 years ago? True. All right, here we go. Show returns right now.
Main match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
All the way up to the final, July 19th. The games are live
and for free. Just download the iHeartRadio app now.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
This summer on iHeartRadio, win a trip to see Bryan Adams roll with the Punches Tour, live in Milwaukee, August 16th.
Hey, this is Bryan Adams inviting you to come and see me live in concert.
Round trip air for two with hotel and more. Prize provided by Bryan Adams.
It's VIP with Q&A, an autographed album, merch, and all that good stuff.
Tap the contest tab while you're listening to us on the free iHeartRadio app for your chance to win.
So roll with the punches on the iHeartRadio app to enter.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
Come watch us. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. Amy Caulfield joins us at the top of the hour. We'll see what's happening in her world momentarily. Should have all those glitches from last week all ironed out and ready to go. If the Amy Caulfield chat this week sounds perfect, thanks, C-Lane, because he came in like an hour early the other day and did like a test with the Fox folks to make sure everything was working.
It was basically just a check 1 2 kind of deal.
Testing one.
Same thing that you do at home.
Yeah, testing 1 2 check. The thing that when I do it in the studio, Courtney goes, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't take this. It's just like that, but it should sound better. We'll see how it goes. We got the viral Bison story. The story behind that is so unbelievable. I got to pick a side for you. We have the Conor McGregor drama. Did he rig that whole fight? We have so much more. Mitch McConnell with a newspaper proving, in air quotes, that he's still alive. But right now, tipsathenewsjunkie.com. And this is Kill. Okay, that's quite the name. Sean, they say to tipsathenewsjunkie.com. I got pulled over, and this is what happened. Now, we'll judge whether you deserve to be pulled over or not, okay? I was speeding through my neighborhood when I saw a girl on her front lawn playing with a cat. All of a sudden, the cat ran out into the streets. Although I hit the brakes, I accidentally ran over it. What the hell? What are you doing here? Within seconds, blue lights appeared behind me. The cop was out of his door before I even had time to pull over. I heard him tell the little girl to go get her mom or dad, and then when he walked up to my car, he pulled the whole cop routine, saying, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, yes, I was speeding. Just give me the ticket. The cop wrote me a ticket and then asked what I wanted to do about the second one. The second ticket I asked, he explained that in my state, it's illegal to hit a cat and drive off, as a cat is considered property, meaning it's up to the owner to determine what happens. He told me to step out of the car and have a conversation with the girl's father. Keep in mind the cop stood there the entire time, and the little girl was crying, so it basically felt like three people looking at me like I killed their family member. Mike, is this true? If you accidentally hit an animal like that and you drive off, it's the same as a regular hit and run?
Sure, I guess.
It's a property of these people.
That means when you hit that dog all those years ago.
That was a long time ago.
You were guilty of a hit and run.
I explained to the father, they said, I hope you understand you were young once and probably did a lot of stupid stuff. The only thing I can do is learn from my mistakes. I promise you I'll never, no longer run over cats. The guy told me he understood, adding that he was young once too. And then he said, I tell you what, that cat cost my wife $100. Give me $100 and everything will be fine. So I handed him $100. This person says, okay. Is that a plot?
What an extremely, what's up with this dad?
I don't know.
I would not be so forgiving.
This is a plot from a story. What's happening here? What, that's a fake story. It must be. Michelle's is not though. Michelle says to tipsathenewsjunkie.com, hi junkies. My husband and I are on the trip of a lifetime right now. We're camping across the northern United States all the way to the West Coast. I've dubbed the trip Chemo to Coastlines Tour 2026 in celebration of the last year we had. Last summer, Greg, my husband, was diagnosed with myelodysplastic syndrome, aka blood cancer, and had to have a stem cell transplant. He is healthy, and the last bone marrow test showed no cancer. First of all, hell yeah, congrats. There's something about it, man. I see the memes all the time. The memes will be like, when I hear a total stranger on the internet who just tested cancer free, and you're like, yes, yeah, like I don't know you, I have no connection to you, but that is an awesome thing to hear. So that's amazing. This was supposed to be a retirement trip, but when you're faced with death, you truly reevaluate what you can do with as little as possible. We just left Yellowstone, and I thought you might like this story. Keep up the good work. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, Michelle and Greg. Well, Michelle and Greg, have fun out there. Enjoy yourselves. And I will get to that bison story in a little bit.
Yeah, watch out for the bison.
Another, be careful out there. It's a wild ride. Another person, Celix, emails the show. And this says, hello, Sean and C-Lane. My fiance and I are longtime listeners. We've been listening since I was 14, and I would sit and do my homework listening to your radio show. We want to invite you to our wedding as special guests, says Celix.
We know this is what are we talking?
We know this is a long shot, but you are our celebrity invite. Thank you, says Celix. So we're invited to their wedding after they listened to the show since they were a kid. Hate that. You listened since you were a kid, and now you're getting married? My God.
Okay, I don't hate that. Yeah,
I do.
Hate that.
That makes me feel old. I've been talking to this microphone for so long. You were a 14-year-old kid doing your homework, and now you're probably having sex, I would imagine. You got somebody who's willing to marry you. This is like, there's a lot of progress in your life as I was talking into the microphone here, and I'm still just talking into the microphone here. So, C-Lane, will you be going? Will you take up the...
Well, I mean, there's important stuff. Did they say what the date was?
No date. No date. I don't have a date on it.
I need to save the date.
I don't have a location on it. I don't know what city they're in. I don't know where the venue is. I only know that they're longtime listeners, and we are invited to the wedding as special guests. We are their celebrity invites. So should we go, chat? Should we show up? C-Lane can officiate. You know, he can get up there and do the officiating thing. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule looks like. I got a busy week if it's this week. But follow up and let us know what's going on. Thank you for the email. You could be next. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Don't do it. It's a trap. They want you guys to host it.
Host it?
How are we going to? Well, I mean, what do you mean? Like announce it? Like be the DJ or something? I'm not doing that. Oh, God.
He's going to sneeze?
Oh, okay. No, I'm not. I fought it off. I'm a professional. A sneeze cannot take me down. I am simply too strong. I am too powerful, and a simple sneeze cannot do me in. So I win this round. That's so close, man. It's like one of those ones right there on the tip of my nose. Oh, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be chatting with our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. We'll see what's going on in her world. We'll see what's happening in the news. I think she thought we might have been a little rude last week because I wrapped it up before she got into any news stories.
Sean, you didn't want to hear anything about the news?
She's like, you know what? Amy Caulfield goes, you want me to talk about the news? I'm like, the audio is sounding a little rough, but I think we got it all sorted out. So we'll chat with our good friend and see what's happening in her world and yours. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The all-new and improved iHeartRadio app is now available with all new features. Download it for free and make Real Radio 104.1 your number one preset for a chance to win.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Can you hear me too good now? Like, what if I have a sip of my water? Can't hear me like swallowing water, can you? I'm not mic'd that good. Hopefully you can't hear that. Amy Caulfield's coming up next. Then the Mitch McConnell proof of life photo. What does it all mean? What's happening? Then we got not one, but perhaps two pick-a-sides. First, a debate for you, chat. Uh-oh. All right, Amy Caulfield's joining us. She's on the grid. He said hello, but we haven't heard back from her yet. I'll get to this question in a second. She's micing herself up. She's got a whole crew over there. I'm glad I don't have to wear one of those. You gotta like rope it around yourself. Okay. They can hear each other. That's good news. There's a story I wanted to get to at some point today, and it says more moms are turning to marijuana to manage parenting stress. Do you think if you're a parent and you're smoking weed, does that make you a bad parent in some way? Or is it possible to be a good parent? That's the way I want to phrase the question. Is it possible to be both a stoner and a good parent at the same time? Because these people are suggesting like marijuana makes me a better parent. Is it even possible to be a stoner and be a good parent? Weed makes me a better parent? That's what the story says. Shane says, I'm literally going to die from loneliness. Wow, that is rough. That is rough. I'm not a stoner, I just drink THC drinks. I think that counts. Although, in my world, if a parent is drinking THC drinks and then another parent's like hitting a bong, the one that's hitting a bong is more of a degenerate stoner. The one that's drinking the THC out of the can is like normal, but like needs a little assist. That's the way I see it. Couple of minutes and we're back with Amy Caulfield. Let's get some gifted subscriptions going, unlocking secret shows for people just like you. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit that gift icon. Yay, I'm normalish. I think normalish is the perfect word for somebody who's a parent who also drinks THC but doesn't smoke it out of a bong. And then what you smoke it out of, it makes you more degenerate the further you go. So like a joint every once in a while, a pipe, now you're going more degenerate. A bong is pretty degenerate stuff. And then if you go to like gravity bongs or dabs, now you're just an absolute degenerate. Weed doesn't make a parent bad, said BDMX Con. It's fine, just air yourself off before you go back again to that kid. True. I mean, most of our parents must have done it, right? Okay, they're chit-chatting, so it seems like the connection must be good. The vape pens are indistinguishable from tobacco ones these days. I've always had a bong since I was 12. You had a bong at 12? Wait, do you have the same bong now that you had when you were 12 years old? If true, that's crazy. You're going to hand it down to like, this was my bong when I was a kid. Hand it down to your 12-year-old child, and then they hand it to their 12-year-old child. In Jersey, my father used to sell pounds from the house. Damn, Sean, you're getting old. I know I'm getting old because people who are listeners are getting married now when they started listening at 14 years old. That's crazy. I don't even know what to do about that. We're coming back live with Amy Caulfield right now, folks. Here we go.
All right, we got about 40 seconds left.
See? Told you.
Keyword, and we're getting right to you. So I'm gonna...
Here we go.
France and Spain meet tomorrow in Arlington, Texas as the World Cup semifinals begin. Spain scored in the final minutes last week to beat Belgium in the quarterfinals.
Here's Kubasi. Can hit one, Kubasi. Oh, he's spared to the keeper and then scored.
In the other semi on Wednesday, Harry Kane and England will face off against Lionel Messi and Argentina in Atlanta.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips@thenews.
Join us with a dispatch on the show. We will play some of those as the show rolls on here today. But boy, do we have many, many things to discuss. It's time. It's the time everybody's been waiting for, in fact. Let's welcome our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Hey, you guys. Happy Monday. How do I sound this week? Better?
You sound better. Yeah, it sounds way better than it did last week. Yeah, with C-Lane really broke a lot of stuff last week. I don't know why.
I didn't break nothing. I didn't break nothing.
I don't know. I have an engineer on standby, Jason Volpe. He's my go-to guy, and he got it all fixed up today. So thank you, Jason.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, it's better than it was. It's C-Lane's fault, I think, in some way, but we'll push past. We'll push past this. How are you doing? How was your weekend, Amy Caulfield?
Good. I had a great weekend. We celebrated my dad's 90th birthday.
That is,
and you guys, he's the sweetest man. So he has dementia.
Mm-hmm.
So we had all the house. We rented a little house in Vero Beach, close to the water, and it was really cute. And everybody came in to celebrate him. And he kept seeing the decorations, and he'd go, "Whose birthday?" And we're like, "Yours." And he was like, "I'm 90."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "How did I live this long?" I'm like, "I don't know, Dad. You're doing something right." It was so funny. But every time he would see the decorations, he would ask the same question.
He looks so good. He's 90 years old. He looks fantastic. And
Sean,
I look at these photographs, C-Lane, and I said, you know what? I don't know if this is, I don't know how I feel about this, but they had a thing for Amy's dad, and it said the year he was born, and then what the world was like in the year that he was born.
During the break, I was just talking to Amy about that because I told her I zoomed in on the music from 1936.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I don't recognize the names of any of these songs. I do know some of the people. I've listened to some of the people on this list, but I don't know like the songs necessarily. And then Amy was saying that her dad was like, well, I didn't listen to these songs. I was born in 36.
What is this crap?
It's not my music.
Give me a better one.
Era.
Do you? He has dementia. He looks fantastic. But do you still get him gifts and stuff? Do you still like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got him. I just got him little things. I got him like a framed picture of our family. And, things
That's
like I got him
sweet.
a puzzle, which my mom says he's not going to do. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll do that puzzle. And just like little things like that. It's hard to buy gifts for someone who's 90.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right? They
Right.
already have it, or
They had 90 years to get the things that they wanted. They probably got it at some point in time. So at that point, it becomes about the sentimental things. And I'll tell you, you can screw up there too. Because so Courtney had her father's birthday a handful of months ago. And we take her father out for his birthday. And Courtney went out and found the card for her dad's birthday that was like great message, really, really emotional stuff. And then
Tearjerker card?
Oh, it was more a tearjerker, Celine, because she sat there and she wrote from her heart, like right from the bottom of her heart, about how much she loved her dad and how she felt about her dad. And he opens this card for his birthday, and it rocks his world. Like he's like, oh my God, it's so sweet. I'm gonna keep this up forever at the house. And then she did the same thing for her mother on her mother's birthday. Father's Day comes by, and we had them over, and we did like a cookout here at the house for her dad, and we were hanging out with them. And then after her mother and father left, her dad goes, "Oh, I didn't get my card. I must have left my card at your house." And Courtney's like, I didn't get him a card. I blew it all on the one emotional. And she's like, do they think I just have to keep doing this each time now? Every Father's Day, birthday, like pouring my heart out. And she
pour my heart out again.
Yeah, I think she felt like she put it all out there once. And then
do you think that text was as innocent as it sounded, or do you think he was like, I don't think they got me a card. I'm gonna text and go, hey, I forgot my card.
The best part was she replies back to her dad. She goes, "Oh yeah, we'll send it back with mom." And it's like there was no card. She was. And then she goes. Her mom goes, "I'm here to get the card for your father and for Father's Day that he left behind." And Courtney's like, "I didn't know what to say in the moment. I didn't really get him another card. I tell him to reread the one from his birthday." Like, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're getting out there. Amy, before we get into some of the headlines, can we talk about something here? Because have you? I think you've been to Yellowstone, right?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, okay. You guys, are you going to talk about that bison video?
Yeah. How crazy is this?
Yeah, it's insane. And I felt bad for the guy because he really didn't do anything wrong.
No.
You know what I mean? He was really just walking by.
He was in a camping area, and the bison went into the camping area.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this, I'll put it on See It Now because it's the most unbelievable video of 2026. It wins already.
We brought it up earlier when we were
the freeze frame.
Yeah. The freeze frame is so good. Oh God.
When we teased this earlier,
I mean, he did break some bones, but he's not he's going to survive. So, I mean, I feel like it would be inappropriate if he was in intensive care and not going to survive. But he said he was actually joking with the EMTs when they got there. So
yeah,
I don't know. Somebody said F around and find out, and I was like, he wasn't effing around. He was just taking a picture. No. He was way far away from the bison.
No, most people are doing that, and I agree with them usually, C-Lane. But you're right. In this case, the guy didn't really do anything wrong. So the bison is sort of rolling around. It's a hot day in Yellowstone. Then there's this guy with a beard. He's got like a big gray beard, and he's walking with this younger person. He's a real good distance. That's his grandson there?
Yeah, it's his grandson.
So him and his grandson in the NFL jersey they're like a pretty safe distance away, I would think. But out of nowhere, I don't know if the bison was responding to them taking a picture of it or what it was.
So the guy who shot this video said there were a group of teenagers that were there earlier.
Yeah.
And that the bison kind of charged at them and they ran off. So the guy who took the video said the bison was already like having a bad day. He was an angry
He's
bison.
agitated, right? Yeah.
Yes, he was angry. He was hangry, maybe. And so they said he was already ticked off. And so this poor grandpa and grandson just basically walked up at the wrong time.
I mean, it looks like Scooby-Doo. Like the old man is like running into the woods, and then the bison runs into the woods, and then the old man runs out of the woods, and then he's trying to hide from the bison, try to stay out of the view of the bison. The bison is just determined to get this old guy. And so he chases him out and whips him.
My gosh.
And when I showed Courtney, she was like, did he die? And I go, no. And she's like, oh, thank God. It's so funny. I mean, the video of him.
No, it wouldn't be funny if he was no longer with us. But because he's going to be okay, I'm like, okay.
Honest to God, the most amazing thing about it is if he did not have somebody filming this and he was telling his kids one day, he'd be like, that bison grabbed a hold of me, whipped me straight up in the air about 12 feet and flipped me upside down. And people would have gone, come on.
Whatever.
No shot.
Grandpa.
Yeah, it's the greatest video of all time. I'll put it up on See It Now, as I said.
Guy.
So
well,
they said he's okay?
Yeah, he's going to be okay. He did sustain some broken bones. He has a broken leg and some other broken parts. But yeah, he's going to be okay. And apparently was able to joke with the EMTs when they were loading him up into the ambulance. But,
holy cow. Did you even get close to these things when you were out there?
Yes. In fact, we had a couple close encounters. One of them was right in front of Old Faithful Lodge. There's a beautiful lodge right by Old Faithful, and there were a lot of bison walking around. And I remember we were walking back from some of the other geysers, and there was a bison that was really close to us. And I was like, oh, gosh, let's turn around and go this way. But I just told C-Lane in the break, I had a really scary close encounter just last night. In Seminole County, I was out walking Maisie, and we came within, I kid you not, maybe 3 or 4 feet of a black bear.
Oh, no.
It growled at Maisie, and we hightailed it out of there. It was by far, I've never been scared of a black bear before. I was scared last night.
C-Lane, what was that thing we learned from that lady walking her dog with the bear? What noise did she make again?
Oh, she was just,
this woman,
I don't remember the exact noise.
She was walking her dog, just like you were saying, Amy.
Not helpful. I need to know the noise.
And the big brown bear came up on her as she was walking her dog, and then I think she like hissed at it or something.
That was it. She was hissing because like a snake.
Like a snake?
Yeah. She was like hissing.
Give us a hiss, Amy. Come on, hiss.
I can do it.
It's Monday. What are you doing, man?
It was scary. It was scary, you guys.
Yeah.
It was really scary. I was walking on a bridge, and it was kind of a marshy area. I posted it on my Instagram if you want to go look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second video. So the first video, I saw the bear, and it was walking through a picnic pavilion. And I was like, I thought it was like a dog or something at first because I couldn't see it very well. And then it came out of the picnic pavilion, and I was like, oh, that's a bear. And I walk this park like almost daily, never seen a bear. And then I was like, okay, we're going to go a different way. So we went a different way, and we're going over a bridge, which I'm like, no bear is going to be up on this bridge.
It's a big bear.
The bear was under the bridge, so I could hear it. So I'm like, okay, well, we're safe. We're up here. So I could hear it under the bridge. It's like making all this noise. Then it comes out on the other side, and it comes up on its hind legs, and it growls at Maisie. And
oh, my God.
Like, oh. So Maisie back, and it was way too close, Sean. So then we backed up, and I was like, that was why we're out of here. So we just walked very calmly away. I was like, you're not supposed to run. Walk calmly away. We turned around. We walked calmly away. I got in a car and went.
You aren't joking. This is a big bear.
And it was very close.
Wow.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm watching here. And then you encountered a gator, too? What the hell's going on out there?
It was just a baby gator.
Oh,
but I walk this park all the time. I've only seen deer and rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular day, I saw a freaking gator and a bear. I'm like, what are the odds?
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, I'm glad the bear didn't get you. You got to be careful. And next time you go, tss, tss. Yeah. And it
I'll remember.
It scares them
I'm not
away.
gonna go back for a while. I think I'm good for a while.
I think that's a smart idea. Yeah, the nature is
a treadmill.
Nature's having a wild week, so keep your distance if you can. Well, what's happening out there headlines-wise that's got your attention, Amy?
We have a lot of news, you guys. Obviously, we're following up on all the politics out of Washington today. Lindsey Graham passing away over the weekend was a big story. Mitch McConnell finally coming out and saying where he's been for the last couple of weeks. But locally in Orlando, we have a really sad story of a 2-year-old that was shot and killed yesterday. This family was on vacation from Georgia in Florida, in Kissimmee specifically, And apparently a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old were inside of a vehicle. We don't know yet if there were adults inside the vehicle as well. The 4-year-old found a gun, pulled the trigger, and killed the 2-year-old.
Man, my God.
Just an awful story.
Obviously, the parents obviously not securing this weapon in any way. It doesn't.
We don't know, Sean. No charges as of yet. The Osceola sheriff coming out and just giving us a little bit more information. All we knew originally was a 2-year-old from Georgia was shot and killed, so we didn't know the circumstances. Now we know that it was a gun that was found by the 4-year-old. And you guys, I mean, think about, we have no memories of what our childhood was like before we were probably 5 or 6. Like, I don't really remember anything. You know, I kind of remember who my preschool teacher was, maybe a few little memories here and there.
Yeah.
Imagine that this is how your life begins, right? This poor child. Like, I feel terrible for both of these children because they were obviously put in this circumstance that they're for some reason readily available to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that's tough. I'm sure they'll do a thorough investigation, but they got to get down to the bottom of what happened there.
It's awful. We're also, you guys, talking about this terrible virus that is impacting people. This stomach bug.
Yeah,
you saw the latest news that Taco Bell is now pulling some of the produce off of its products because they're concerned because. You know, I'm sure they're probably not the only restaurant that is concerned about, could we be inadvertently giving people this virus because we don't know the root cause of where this virus is coming from. And apparently they're saying now maybe it lives in the water. Maybe it's like a water issue. We don't know. Is it hanging on to lettuce? Is it hanging on to raspberries? Or in the past, you know, we've seen it like with those chives or whatever. We do have cases in Florida. It is spreading across the country. There obviously is a root cause somewhere. But I wish they would hurry up and figure out where it's coming from.
I got this chef who posted about this. He is a city councilman and chef, and his name is Andrew Gruel, Chef Gruel. And
that
he
is
says,
terrible chef name. Awful, no good chef name.
He said, we still don't know what product is causing this outbreak that's causing the stomach issues. However, given the fact that we've seen so many cases in Michigan, it leads me to believe it's a large food service product because Michigan is a central distribution hub. We've also seen it across various states, so it's not isolated to local produce. I'm guessing bagged lettuce. If you want to play it safe, cook all your produce at this point and don't eat bagged lettuce mix. And obviously that's where the fear is. Taco Bell removed the lettuce and I think like cilantro and a few other things.
Just to be safe.
But it's supposed to be bad if you get this thing, this like stomach bug that's going around.
Here's the other thing, Sean, and I am guilty of this. I buy the bag lettuce all the time because, right, it's easy. It's like it has everything in the bag. You know, they throw in the salad dressing and the toppings or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it always says it's pre-washed, right? But we had a guy on last week, an epidemiologist, to talk about this, and he was like, you cannot trust the whole pre-washed thing. Yeah. And he's like, even if it is pre-washed, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's getting rid of whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you how pre-washed some of that stuff is. I don't know if I told this story afterwards, but Courtney was in nightmare zone for a little while because she bought one of those bags not too long ago. And then when she was putting her salad together, there was a whole freaking dragonfly in the thing. There was a whole dragonfly
salad.
Yeah, it was a whole dragonfly. See, like a full one in there. And she goes, well, that's what you wash it. That's what you do. And then she ate it anyways. And I thought, oh my God.
She did?
Yeah.
It's
normal, I guess. People do this. You find this kind of stuff in there. So along with it, you could get these things that are causing some people to be sick. And keep your
just be careful.
Yeah, keep your eyes open for that. It's a tough situation to find yourself in.
That's good advice, Sean, about just like right now, just don't buy the bag lettuce. And like if you go buy like a head of iceberg or romaine or whatever, maybe pull off the outer leaves and just eat what's on the the inner part of it.
Or
that's maybe safer.
No salad. At all. Just
no vegetables.
Completely rejected. Go full hot dogs for the entire month of July. You'll be fine. What else is grabbing your attention out there, Amy K?
You guys, we're also following up on a couple of the 1987 killing arrested connection. There's a cold case that is kind of scary. If you can pull this up on our website too.
Okay.
This guy contacted authorities about a 1987 cold case, saying that he has more information. So that apparently they are able to make an arrest in this case. They arrested a 70-year-old guy, but I'm just looking at the mugshot right now, and his name is Gary Glowat, 70 years old. But if you pull up the mugshot from our website, you see him, and he does not look 70.
So what? Maybe this was it? Did he rat himself out? Like he was just eating at him that he didn't get caught?
It says, he said he had information about a killing. Instead, he ended up being arrested for it. So, that could be Sean. Maybe he was like feeling guilty about something and was like ready to come clean.
Damn.
And then they ended up discovering that maybe he was the guy who was one. It was a connection with a killing of a 20-year-old Melissa Ellison that happened again back in 1987.
Wow.
You got to pull up the mugshot.
Yeah, we're showing everybody the mugshot.
Yeah, you got it up now.
Of this guy is so the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said that this guy was arrested with the killing of a 20-year-old woman that happened back in 1987. So when you think about things like that, 1987, like that's the point where you think you're definitely going to get away with this forever. Like you're not going to face any punishment for this at all. But then sometimes it just digs at these people and they need to say something.
Is he wearing a shirt that says this should be illegal?
It does. Yeah. He's wearing a shirt that says this should be illegal. Strange thing to wear when you end up getting arrested, but that's what happened to this guy. Unbelievable story.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the information was. It just said that he wanted to provide some information about her death. So, but I mean, obviously, if you're a smart detective, you're like, let me look a little further into how this guy would know whatever this information was. And
yeah, she was found.
We'll see what happens.
She was found dead in a Jacksonville, Florida home in December of 1987. The cold case is now leading to an arrest nearly 4 decades later. Go check it out. So among a lot of other stories you need to know about over on Fox35Orlando.com. Amy, you are the best.
Hey,
we appreciate you.
Guys.
Real quick, Sean,
Don't eat bag lettuce.
Do you have the clip that I sent you last night?
Which one? Oh, we have to talk to her about
Amy,
this.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Did you know that you got a little...
Is it the Jimmy Kimmel one?
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it. A viewer told me about it, but I haven't seen it.
We got it for you. Hold on. This is Amy Kaufelt and the crew of Good Day Orlando were featured on Jimmy Kimmel. And is this, what's the segment, Celine? What was this for?
Something about unnecessary censorship. So they take normal, everyday things that people do. In this case, it's a clip of Amy and John and TJ Springer talking about floppy disks. Right. And then they unnecessarily censor things to make them funny.
Let me bring this back. Here it is.
We're so old we remember floppy disk.
Yeah, we do.
I love those.
It was never really floppy. We called it a floppy disk. I'm like, this is hard. What's floppy about this? Were really old and floppy. Oh, were they old and floppy?
Yeah, you defend it.
There you go. That was on Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm so glad you guys found it because I heard about it, but I didn't know. And the lady who told me about it didn't really remember what exactly we were talking about. So that is hilarious.
How do your kids react to stuff like this? They're like, oh, Mom.
Oh, they haven't seen it. They're clueless.
You're talking about.
I didn't even know.
My mom's talking about floppy disks on Jimmy Kimmel. What's going on here?
Do you
that's
like?
funny.
Now I'm gonna go. You guys send me that clip though, because that's the first I've seen it.
I'll text it to you.
Send me a clip of the clip.
Do you ever run like into clips of yourself when you're not expecting to? Like I remember watching one of the Casey Anthony documentaries, and it was obviously since it was a local story, they were pulling old news clips, and I was like, oh, that's a very old Amy Kaufelt clip. That just randomly popped up. Do you ever have that happen and you're not expecting it and you're like, oh, there's me?
Sometimes when we went to watch the Queen of Versailles at the Enzion years ago, and there was a clip of us that they used in that movie too. Like that, the original.
She's not surprised.
I was like, this is kind of weird.
She's incredibly famous. She's not surprised by these things. Actually, when Amy goes to watch a movie and she's not in it with a cameo, that's when she's surprised.
Preposterous.
What is this? I hear the Odyssey. The Odyssey has a scene with Amy Kaufelt at some point in time.
That's not true.
Yeah. It might be. Only one way to find out. Amy, you're the best. We love you. We appreciate you.
I love you guys.
And
Thank you.
have a good one. We'll see you next week. There she is, folks. Amy Kaufelt. Let's go over. You could have been up on this bear story way beforehand. You could be following her. Search for Amy Kaufelt, Fox 35 on Instagram, and you'll find her. Follow her account. Follow her everywhere. Watch every morning and go see all the news you need to know to get your day started. Fox35Orlando.com. Bye, Amy.
Love you guys.
There
Bye.
she goes.
See you
She's
soon.
the best. She's the best. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a lot to dive into, including a big warning for folks down south, something that could be happening to us. I got to pick a side for us to get to. We got a little more information about the Bison story that we need to know. The UFC drama, it's just it's a lot, but we're going to dive through it one thing at a time. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Ongoing construction on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to World Drives, causing some stop-and-go traffic through Champions Gate. You're going to get...
Nah, it's not working. Hello. See, school mic works, but the wireless one doesn't unmute. Is it possibly? I don't know. I had it muted before, but that's fine. That's what I should have it. All right, let me know. Hello? Hey, what are you doing?
I just got to pick up like 2 things for dinner tonight. I'm going to go grocery shopping tomorrow, though.
What are you going to be picking up?
Chicken and a tomato and a little rice packet.
A little rice packet? Let me be clear about something. We don't have rice packet money anymore. Okay?
Well,
nobody has gifted any subscriptions today at all. We have no rice packet money. We can't afford rice packets. You could get the tomato. That's it.
I'm not going to bring it in as the same tomato as I did yesterday.
You think you overpaid for a tomato?
I absolutely overpaid for a tomato.
You did?
Yeah. I don't like the way it feels.
What, it feel like it got ripped off?
I feel like they took at least 50 cents from me.
50 cents? What do you care about 50 cents?
I do care about 50 cents.
Why?
Because it feels dirty.
50 cents feels dirty?
To be stolen from.
You didn't get stolen from. You just rung something up.
Stole me.
They stole you? That doesn't even make any sense. You could take the white one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Mm-hmm. What? What does that even mean? What? Get a good seal. Bart versus Bill Gates, thank you for keeping your secret show streak alive. 114 months. Look at all the renewals today. One time, thank you for the 14 months. Peter A., thank you for the 114 months. Holy shit. Excuse me. Another story for you. Granada Hills. Who's been to a Vons store? Anybody been to a Vons? V-O-N-S. You ever been to a Vons? Is it fancy? What's a Vons like? V-O-N-S. I don't know if you guys have been there before, but workers at a Granada Hills Vons location said their managers kept the grocery store open for hours with a customer's dead body lying in one of the aisles. Bison says she was working as a supervisor on July 5th when one of her customers suffered a medical emergency in the bakery aisle. It's just something I've never ever, in my 27 years that I've worked for the company, I've never encountered this or dealt with it. They said another employee performed CPR, but the customer died. And then they had the person's dead body in the bakery aisle for hours. For hours, and they did not close the store down. Hey, the show must go on, baby. When you're at Vons, the show must go on. You're going to die in the bakery, we're going to close down the bakery aisle, but we're going to leave all the other aisles wide open. That freezer section, wide open. We ain't shutting down the freezer section for something that happened in the bakery aisle. Get out of here. You think every old person that drops dead should result in the store being shut down? No. You would think that would be illegal? What? It's that person's fault for dropping dead in the Vons. It's not the Vons' fault. Unless the person choked on one of the items in the bakery or something. What the hell are we even talking about here? 2 minutes and we're back live. I've been to Vaughn's Venus in Tampa. It smelled like seafood. That's a different place. You know it. I know it. Their employees can't pick up a phone and call 911. Well, they called 911, I guess. But the problem is people were offended that somebody died in the bakery aisle, but they kept the rest of the store open while they processed the body. And they expected that they'd be like, oh my God, this person died. Shut down the entire store for the day. If you are running a store, do you shut it down? You shut the whole thing down if somebody dies in the bakery aisle, or does the show go on? I say the show goes on. The show is going on in about 90 seconds when I sit down here. That's when we go back to live. And then we got this Conor McGregor drama. Like, did he know that his knee was trash before that fight? I don't know how many of you watched that, but it lasted about 11 seconds. Funny name. Thank you for the 114 months. Sean will keep doing the show if you die in the chair. Good. If I drop dead in the studio, the show must go on. Just not as the news junkie, you know what I mean? You can't. We're not doing that. No. That's not happening. Nah, with a dead body lying there, you put up the close sign and you help the people already in the store, but don't allow new customers in. Not for the day, but until the person gets removed from the store. Nah, man, you cover them up with a tarp and the show goes on. The show must go on. Got tomatoes to sell, baby. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
Feel like they have to go somewhere else to find a piece of jewelry or to select a diamond.
So come to IDC and learn and compare. And whatever diamond you choose, IDC will set it in a spectacular designer mounting to create the perfect ring that matches her style, taste, and personality.
Our job is to help you create the ring that you are proud to give and that she's ecstatic to receive.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
The semifinals are set for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Baddies, I wonder it's go!
4 teams hoping to hoist the trophy for their country.
Spain heading to the semifinal.
And the only place to listen to every remaining game for free
is the iHeartRadio app.
What a moment in the tournament.
Fox Sports and iHeartRadio bring you all the action, no matter where you are.
The biggest games are yet to come. Don't miss a moment.
The referee blows the full-time whistle.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio.
Meet the 3 friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is the...
Dispatches, I worry about those. I don't know. People getting a little too loose with those. But we'll see what happens. We'll work some more of your dispatches. Those are your thoughts into the show in just a bit. I did see in New York, there's this community that's in an absolute uproar. What's going on, New York? What's happening with this? What's going on here? Because a proposed new McDonald's in this New York neighborhood has prompted a backlash bigger than you would see if a data center went into your neighborhood, right? Like most neighborhoods, if they're going to build like an oil pipeline or a wind farm or a data center.
Oh, that would be so awkward for me if my neighborhood was like really raging against some McDonald's, because I would have to be the one that's like, anybody looking? Nobody's looking.
Guys,
I want a Big Mac. Give me a Big Mac.
Guys, have we thought about the positive sides of this? Really? Have we considered the good that comes with this McDonald's? But a proposed new McDonald's in a quiet New York community has sparked an extraordinary backlash, with furious residents warning the Golden Arches could do more than clog up traffic. It could hurt their home values. Yo, I don't know what you're thinking here, but you're not going to get your home values hurt by a McDonald's, okay? A McDonald's is in literally every neighborhood I've ever seen in my life. A McDonald's is not going to draw down your values in your neighborhood. If anything will draw down your value in your neighborhood, it will be not that there's a McDonald's, but that there's like some ghetto ass McDonald's. Like there's the one that's dangerous. There's the one where you don't want to go near it, where they don't even seem like they want to be working there. Like the bad McDonald's could do something, but that could be a bad anything. That could be a bad Fuddruckers. You know what I mean? It could be any kind of place that you're dealing with. But
I don't think there was such thing as a bad Fuddruckers.
There's got to be out there somewhere. I don't even know what a Fuddruckers is.
It was a great burger place.
Thank you to Man Kicking for the 5 gifted Secret Show subscriptions. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. You can grab those. Claim them courtesy of Man Kicking, getting the whole the hype train fired off here on the show today. Thank you, Man Kicking, for the subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Yes, thank you, even though Sean roasted you earlier.
Oh, that's true. that was Man Kicking with the TTS dispatch, yeah. The fast food giant wants to replace a long vacant Citibank building, and neighbors are not having it. The proposal has divided the community, with dozens of residents packing a zoning hearing and hundreds more weighing in online as debate rages over whether the development would improve the area or permanently change the character of the neighborhood. What's so bad about a McDonald's, you weirdos? Now, I've had stuff in my neighborhood that I've gotten involved in. They try to put up a hobo hovel around the corner with about 8 billion homeless people where they wouldn't check ID or anything because some of my neighbors have really stupid ideas, because some of the elected officials around here have really stupid ideas and they have a utopian idea of how homelessness works. So you got to protect yourself from the dummies sometimes, and you got to rally around as a neighborhood. You got to stop that. My neighborhood did. But a McDonald's? The hell's a McDonald's going to do? I'm worried about hobo zombies on fentanyl wreaking havoc on the kids at the high school. What are you worried about with a McDonald's? Somebody's going to throw a McFlurry at somebody else?
I'm going to see a band Friday called Hobo Zombies on Fentanyl.
Are you? Good. Finally. I thought it was about time they got their due. So let us know what you think. If that was in your neighborhood, would you reject it in some way?
It's weird because it's already a building. Like, it's already an abandoned building. You just have an empty building sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And you'd rather that than they turn it into a McDonald's? Like, you think that's going to tank your property value? I think not.
One of the worst things is when you just have like abandoned structures around your neighborhood, and what that draws in people going in there trying to rob the place, steal the copper pipes, and there's just a lot of stuff that can go wrong.
Parking lot full of stray cats, like some bank.
Yeah. You don't want. Like, I don't know. McDonald's though, I don't think McDonald's brings down the neighborhood. Is there a type of either restaurant or is pawn shop, you think? Because I was going to say, is there something that if they open one in your neighborhood, you're like, son of a, oh no, they're doing it here. You think a pawn shop lowers your values a little bit?
I think a pawn shop, it's kind of, you don't find pawn shops in the nicest neighborhoods,
What about a smoke shop? Because God almighty, do they try to pop those up around every corner too?
I feel like those don't even last long enough to do your property value. Some of them do.
Just wait it out. Yeah, I don't
like a
think
vape shop. You talking?
Yeah, sometimes you'll have that, and they'll sell some stuff that brings in a little bit of a nefarious crowd every once in a while. But generally speaking,
what about
I don't
a
think
check
those kind of places
place?
are doing it. Check cashing place. Hey, look, buddy. I have to pay my power bill at Walmart, so I can't. These are my people now. I'm with the check cashing people these days on account of an accounting issue. So I can't come against them, or maybe I should say that a different way. I think that McDonald's is not going to harm your values, but you let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here we go. Here's Funny Book Boy talking about Lindsey Graham. Here he is. Hello.
It makes a lot of sense, Sean, why you, a straight white man, wouldn't understand why people celebrate the deaths of these politicians who threaten their rights, their human rights, and their civil rights. I mean, you call Bin Laden a monster for all the stuff that he did, but like all the stuff that these politicians do that disrupt and literally destroy a lot of people's lives just because of who they love or anything like that. They're pretty evil. It's not just opinions at that point.
It is definitely an opinion. You are definitely the radical retard here. You are definitely dumb. Everything you're saying sounds crazy and stupid to normal people, but you have fallen into the pit. So I hope that you'll come out of the pit at some point in time. You have not reached some level of intellect where you're like, actually, I see it all. Lindsey Graham is like Osama bin Laden. They're one and the same. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yes, we've solved this. That is really dumb. Okay, it's a funny book boy. Better. You got to do a little bit better than that, because that is maybe one of the dumbest dispatches I've seen in 2026. And there's been a couple of them. But thank you for that. Appreciate that. Give us your thoughts. Maybe you agree. Maybe you disagree over at thenewsjunkie.com. No, there's no equivalence. There's none. There's no equivalence between any politician in the United States of America and an outright terrorist outfit like ISIS or Osama bin Laden, Al Qaeda. Just these things are just not comparable. There are some things that are genuinely evil, and there are some things that you disagree with. There are some things that are genuinely bad, evil, terrorism, and then there are some things you're like, I don't like this, and you manufacture it into a crisis of the same level. You've lost it. I hate to say it, bud. You've lost it, but come back to the light, my friend. Show by show, brick by brick. Maybe we can build something here. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people emailing. Somebody says, we don't need term limits? That's interesting. Hi, Sean. I hate laws that are only to protect us from ourselves, says David. Congress are elected every 2 years. It's a simple fix. Just stop voting for them. It's sad that the populace is too lazy and or brain dead that we need to make additional laws because of that. The system is fine. If you want younger candidates, just vote for them. There's that too much trouble. David, I think the problem is, the actual pool of people who want to be politicians isn't the greatest. And I don't know how you motivate people. Like, my idea would be this, just trying to get a little creative here. My idea would be that you, instead of having term limits or something like that, you increase the amount of competition for these positions by making them incredibly highly paid for a short period of time. So Senate and Congress seats, like other things out there, should be like incredibly highly paid jobs for a very like 1 term or 2 term period of time. And then the competition for that, the amount of people who want to run for office spikes in a big way. A lot of people throw their hat into the ring. You have more choice. You have more options, more than this just teams gamesmanship stuff. But you got to get more people in there to try to be in these offices. The problem is you just don't have a real great pool of people to choose from to begin with. So people just choose the old person that they know over and over and over again. Anyhow, thanks for the email, David. Appreciate that over at thenewsjunkie.com.
People are chiming in with their answers to your question about what would mess up your property values.
I can't think of anything. What would it
say? Sex stores? Liquor store?
I mean, I got a couple of liquor stores around me. It's not the worst thing.
I got a couple too. Dollar General, I have that too.
Like a Total Wine is not going to bring down the neighborhood.
I would bring up my neighborhood. I would
like it a little bit. Get one closer. Here's the problem. Somebody goes liquor stores, but you're not thinking about liquor stores. You're thinking about a bad liquor store, right? You're not thinking
of
about
a Total Wine. You're thinking of like a family liquor.
Yeah. Like you're not thinking about a McDonald's. You're
family
thinking of a bad McDonald's.
That's a weird phrasing. I should not say family liquor.
Sounds a bit much. Okay, quick break. When we come back, the hot sheet is coming up, and we got this very dangerous headline that I saw that we should all at least consider. We'll get to that as well right before the hot sheet. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I'm not a prime.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Funny book boy, are you out there? The level of retard in that, my God. Jesus, buddy. Of course you don't think it's good to celebrate their death as a straight white man. Oh, the gall. The gall of me being a straight white man. Identity politics has rotted your brain, my friend. It's embarrassing. You hate to see it happen. Thank you, Sir Barnacles, for the 114 months. Wait till he finds out what happens to gay people on the other side of the world. Never seen Lindsey Graham throw any gay people off the roof. Here's just an abjectly, obviously true thing. The United States of America is one of the most progressive countries on the planet. Okay? On the fucking planet, cowboy. The United States of America is one of the most progressive countries on the face of the earth. The idea that you have been so weaponized by radicalized team sports politics that you think somehow these U.S. politicians are as evil as Osama bin Laden is a real tragedy. And I think in so many ways, it's a judgment on what social media brain rot can do in a short period of time. Like, that's the thing. These things are just not the same. Stop yelling? No. Facts? True. You friggin' straight white man. Like, imagine talking like this. Like, imagine speaking this way. Everything starts with identity. I don't care if somebody is white or black or gay or trans. I don't care about any of these things. I want Americans to live great American lives. I want them to have freedom to live their lives if they're adults, to make adult decisions and to do all these things. And the idea that you boil everything down to like these descriptors that mean everything to you. It's weird. You've turned it into like a religion, like a cult. 2 minutes and we're back, baby. 2 minutes. Critical thinking is a lost art. True. We're so progressive, we have zombie politicians. True. Hello?
You're a straight white man.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to prove it to you later. I'm going to prove it to you later, woman. Big Tire says, Williams chicken on property value? Never seen on that without bars on the windows. I don't know what that means. Williams chicken on property value. Never seen on without bars on the windows. Okay, never seen one. Okay. Never seen one without bars on the windows is what he was trying to say there. What's Williams chicken on property value? Mike says I'm a crooked white man. Ooh. What I'm going to do is, like, I'm not going to shut it off yet, but a lot of that dumb commentary is going to get washed out of here. I want, it's weird that we have like 98% of the country agreeing on so many things, like basic things, and then we have like these 2% of very stupid people upsetting the overall discussion, making the discussion harder, I think, and I don't like that. Hailfire, you're proving my point. I'll let you stick around for right now, but you're proving my point. The identity politics is done and it's over. Just so you know. But we are coming back, so stand by.
Headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Actually, I might have two of them today. We'll see. We got a lot that I really want to work in from the weekend that we haven't even done yet, including the UFC fight and many more things. A shocking headline. I don't know if I should be worried about this or not, but I'll read it very quickly before the hot sheet. there was a story. Somebody sent this over, and they were so upset about this. They said, I've been sending this everywhere, and nobody's paying attention. I said, should I be worried about this? What the hell's going on here? And I brought up the story from NBC6 in South Florida. You guys can tell me if you think this is just fear-mongering or what. But it says, Iranian drones in Cuba could threaten South Florida, officials warn. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, chairman of the advocacy group United Against Nuclear Iran, joined Carlos Jimenez from Florida to highlight concerns about 300 Iranian drones that have been delivered to Cuba. And so there's these Iranian drones in Cuba.
Cuba just really wants to get wiped off the map, don't they?
I guess so. They don't have any power over there, folks. I mean, I'm not super worried about that myself. Maybe I should be. But it says an Iranian-made drone displayed at the Biltmore Hotel served as a stark warning from national security advocates and South Florida officials who say Cuba's growing military ties with Iran could pose a threat to the United States. I mean, Cuba has enough problems right now, though, right? Or would that be the time when they got desperate, when they have those problems?
Maybe. I don't know, it's the wrong kind of desperation.
The Keys is 90 miles away from Florida, so that is, close enough, certainly, for something like that.
Yeah, but these drones, like they're saying, could threaten South Florida. These drones, if they really wanted to do something with them, they can go pretty far.
Yeah, and then they just could kamikaze them into whatever they want, right?
They may just say they want to threaten South Florida to try and get something done and not get shot down, midair. But they said those drones can reach New York, I think.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's 300 of them, according to this. I don't know if that's true or not, but the headline says Iranian drones in Cuba could threaten South Florida, officials warn. We'll chew that over and see what you think. And right now, let's do the hot sheet.
Check the hot sheet. It's news, but not real important news.
Best investigator reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the hot sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. It is time to go through the top 5 stories in the nonsense news, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And it looks like Jay-Z may have had his Lauryn Hill moment.
Uh-oh.
What would a Lauryn Hill moment be, do you think, Sean?
To me, Lauryn Hill moment means somebody was very, very late for something.
After fans waited more than 3 hours for the last of Jay-Z's 3-night stand at Yankee Stadium on Sunday, the rapper addressed the extensive delay early in the show. And it's a 3-hour delay. This seems like not 3 hours. His excuse. It told the crowd there were thousands of people outside, and the show was pushed back to avoid crowd safety issues. Jay said, let me explain the delay to you guys. After finally kicking off the show after 12 a.m. this morning.
Damn.
It was 10,000 people outside, and we closed all the doors, and somebody rushed the door. They closed the door for you guys' safety and everyone's safety outside. There's 10,000 people outside. I don't want to start the music and people get trampled. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, but I had to make sure everyone was okay. I appreciate your patience. The show was initially scheduled to begin at 8 p.m. and instead wrapped around 2:45 a.m. with celebratory fireworks going off over Yankee Stadium.
Jesus. So did you see the video of what actually happened?
No.
Here's the guy. This is the one employee who works at this entrance. There's one guy here who works at the entrance, and people just started to bum rush in to the entrance and make their way into the venue. And he's trying to stand in front of them and stop, no, please stop. And everybody just started rushing it. So I guess that's what caused the security lapse. They had to get everybody that was in there out and then run them all through security another time.
That's ridiculous. How do you get away with doing a show 3 hours late and still blowing off fireworks at 2:45 in the morning?
When you're Jay-Z, you can get away with stuff like that, I guess.
I mean, is it Yankee Stadium in a neighborhood?
Bro, Jay-Z's got to be good. That's a testament to how good you are if you can play until almost 3 o'clock in the morning for somebody and they're still there.
It probably took a little nappy. This story is one of my favorites just because I think, first of all, it makes Jack White look like a really swell stand-up guy. But I've never heard of this band called Twin Temple.
Yeah.
They are a self-proclaimed satanic doo-wop duo. They were recently scheduled to open 2 shows on an outlaw country artist upcoming tour, this guy named Charlie Crockett, and they were removed from the shows. They said, we were informed that Charlie Crockett has decided to remove Twin Temple from his upcoming shows due to our satanic imagery. Unfortunately, that means we will not be able to perform for you next week as planned. We're grateful for your support, not only of Twin Temple, but more importantly of artistic freedom. Hail Satan. And then I don't know what 9393 means, but it's probably something satanic.
Sounds like it. Probably something satanic.
Hey, when you put it right after Hail Satan, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In response, Jack White has offered to have Twin Temple open his show at the Hollywood Palladium, writing, "Let me know, get in front of me, Satan." In a reply, Twin Temple wrote, "Sir Jack, you have no idea what this means to us. Lifelong fans, Dead Leaves on Dirty Ground was one of the first songs I learned on guitar. We were coming to, we were actually planning on coming to this show, and it would be a most infernal pleasure to play the devil's music with you." Okay. So if you're going to see Jack White at the Hollywood Palladium, you will be treated to the satanic doo-wop duo Twin Temple opening for them. As for Charlie Crockett, the country singer, he made a statement to Rolling Stone saying, "I thought they were like Black Sabbath, but they ain't. Not today, Satan." Obviously, a lot of tributes pouring into the Jurassic Park star Sam Neill. Steven Spielberg said he was exceptionally collaborative. It was a stretch for him to play a character who acted as though children were messy and smelly, because it was the opposite of the loving father Sam Neill was to his children. Spielberg said he adored working with Sam on the Jurassic Park franchise, and he won't be forgotten. Laura Dern, of course, is his partner in the series, also broke the silence on his death, saying, "He was my beloved lifetime friend. He showed me the depths of loyalty, protectiveness, and love, always with the driest of wit." Sam Neill, dead at 78. First of all, he's a sir, and then he has a long ass name. Like Sam Neill is like his.
It's not Sam Neill. I thought that was his name.
No, it's like Sir Nigel John Frederick something Neill. He's got one of them. Not only is he.
Did you watch him in anything else other than Jurassic Park?
I've seen him in stuff. He was in it's the show that
What was he in, chat? What else was Sam Neill in? Because he's a famous actor, big time.
He was in a show that everybody loved that I think I got, like Peaky Blinders. I think he was in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I never saw that, but I've heard about it quite a bit.
I tried one episode and it was fine. I just I didn't give it the all that it deserved. And then also there are tributes pouring out from this guy who was in the final season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. This actor, Josh Grassetti, died by suicide Friday. His theater co-star, Rob McClure, revealed in an emotional Instagram post on Sunday. In Grassetti's last Instagram post 2 days before his death, he noted he would have to leave the production of Legally Blonde, the musical, for personal reasons before the show's opening. And just, a sad loss. He was in the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and did a whole bunch of work on Broadway, so rest in peace to him. New Music Monday incoming. Jack White, good guy, hires the Satanists for his opening band, and he's got a new album, Frozen Charlotte. Rolling Stones have their 25th studio album release.
Wow.
And it is actually doing well on the charts.
Really?
It's got a 75 out of 166 user score on my information here, but like when I Googled it just now, it said Foreign Tongues, the 25th studio album by the Rolling Stones, is racing towards #1. So congratulations to Mick and Keith and the boys on, I guess, a job well done. Hey, if you have a mortgage rate that has a 7 or 8 in front of it, you are paying too much money in your mortgage payments, and you should check into a refi immediately, and you should do that with That Mortgage Guy, Don, because he is a local small business owner that wants to help you save money. That's what he does all the time. Imagine being a guy that just saves people money all the time.
Yeah.
What a great guy. Don wants to help you out. So go to thatmortgageguydon.com. Tell me your quote. If you already have a quote on a new mortgage and you haven't shopped it around, Don will do that for you too, because you're probably leaving money on the table. So find him online at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
By the way, a lot of people being summed up in chat, texting service, all of that by this one anonymous dispatch about Sam Neill.
What was Sam Neill in? Event freaking Horizon, dudes. Also the Tudors. He was pretty good in the Tudors. But Event Horizon.
Chat is like, Event Horizon. Event Horizon is slept on. Event Horizon. I haven't seen this. I'll have to watch it. We'll have to watch Event Horizon. Maybe this week
tonight.
at some point. Yeah. All right, quick break. When we come back, we got to pick a side for you. We'll see what you think about that. We'll get into the Nolan Wells case, the Mitch McConnell updates, all of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes, folks. Commercials. We don't need no stinking commercials. Some breaking news. Some states are suing to block Paramount's Warner Brothers Discovery takeover. I don't know if any of you have very strong opinions on that merger, Warner Brothers Discovery. Can we hear Sean's heartbeat? I don't know. Can you? You want to try? All right, ready? Here we go. Can you hear it? I don't know. Hey, Beefy King. Hey, America. He was also Merlin in what? In what? Did you guys see the star, the female from Obsession, was at the New York Mets game? That is a career launch, man. This actress comes out of nowhere. Drills that role. Banger performance. Absolutely fantastic performance from her. She was the best actor in it. The guy was good too. Like there was some good acting in it. The friend was pretty good. But she was the star of the show as the obsessed girl. And now she's showing up at like baseball games and right there for the Mets. And they're like, that's the lady from Obsession. I thought we were having a good time. Going to a Mets game isn't a milestone? No, but being acknowledged as a celebrity by the MLB account specifically at the Mets game is pretty good. He played Merlin in Merlin? I never even seen that. I'm having 2 big-ass Cumberland Farms hot dogs. Good for you, buddy. Hey, Dwayne. How are you? Let's get some more gifted subs going. Dwayne. How about you? Let's get 1. 5 if you're generous. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Gift those subscriptions, premium subscriptions, unlocking secret shows for the fans who just don't have the little extra side money that you have. It's a great way to support the show. I keep feeling like I'm so far away you can't hear me, but you guys can just hear me now, right? Like, what if I'm over here? What if I'm just here? I'm good? Like, you just hear me? What if I leave? Oh, no. What if I forget this and go to the bathroom one time? That could be bad. Oh, no. I'm definitely going to forget this. I don't even, like, feel it on. Running Samurai, thank you for the 14 months. Oh, God. If I forget this and go to the bathroom, no one clip it. Everybody ignore. You never go to the bathroom? I do sometimes. In the middle of the show. But I'll have to remember to mute this. And I don't know how to mute it. There's a yellow button on here, but I don't know if that mutes it. Try holding the lavalier like a Bob Barker mic. Hello? Do you know what I have to do that I'm apologizing for right now? I'm used to using Skull Mic, so I'm used to elevating my voice and trying to talk loud so I can get my voice on the microphone from like over here. I don't have to elevate my voice for the microphone to pick it up anymore. So I got to get used to that. I got to get used to it. Hit that like button over on YouTube. Who's ready for a pick a side, huh? Here we go.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The Final Four of the World Cup is set. Argentina scored 2 goals in extra time to get past Switzerland.
Alvarez! Oh! That is a wondrous goal! Argentina do it again!
Argentina meets England in Atlanta on Wednesday. The first semifinal is tomorrow. France and Spain go at it in Arlington, Texas.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. Green. That's green. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
C-Lane has access to far too many things. And you know that by listening to the show for a while. C-Lane's buttons can control virtually everything. Like he could turn off the lights in the studio I'm in. He can, there you go. Yes, they have pitch black right now. We're in different studios. He has full control over every inch of this big studio that I'm in right now. But now I'm trying something new because I'm constantly trying to like reinvent stuff and improve the product. Now, for me, we have the radio show that's at the center of all of this, the News Junkie radio show. But we've also turned this into a live stream, which I keep going during the breaks with Skull Mike. So when the commercials are going on, we keep the content going. And I had this room mic. So I would like turn on this room mic. You could hear when Courtney comes in, you hear all the different stuff that's happening around the studio. And you can, watch as the camera follows me around during the breaks. But there was a lot of people saying, well, I have to turn the volume up for Skull Mike, and then we get back to the regular content. It's not loud. So now I have a wireless mic on me as well, which perfectly mics me when we're doing the extra content between the breaks. But C-Lane now has on a button the ability to just listen into my wireless mic. No more. I could be anywhere in the house, so I could be like wandering around somewhere in the house.
Well, I can't hear it live.
But you would be able to. You would be able to.
No,
I know you. You know how to find a way.
I could turn it on, and I mean, if I wanted to hear what was going on in the room, there's other ways. Just be honest.
I don't need your assistance. I could find it another way.
Your silly little microphone.
Yeah.
But no, if I were to just turn it on haphazardly, it would be the people on the stream that would hear whatever's going on. Yeah. Like if you were in the bathroom or something.
Well, that's what I thought about.
I said, tinkle.
I don't even recognize that I have this thing on. You can barely see it. And then if I go to break, I'll be like, oh, okay, I have to use the restroom. And I could definitely see myself forgetting the microphone on. And then next thing you know, I'm embarrassing myself in front of the stream. I don't want to do that. But it seems inevitable.
Turn you into like a Robert Durst kind of situation.
Yeah. Of course they didn't believe you. Robert Durst, my God. If you don't know that reference, that docuseries was wild.
The Jinx.
The Jinx. When they kept his microphone on after the interview, and he's in the bathroom, he's like, of course they think you, because he did it, because you murdered him.
Killed them all, of course.
You killed them all, of course. And he didn't realize they were rolling tape on the microphone as he was sitting there during the break. So tough times for him, at least. Well, we're going to get into more of your dispatches. The TTS dispatches keep coming in, C-Lane. I'm going to let everybody weigh in on these after about a week of it and see if you guys think it's good content or not. So far, people are using the TTS dispatches. There's a couple of voices that are available. Radio DJ is my favorite. But people are mostly just using it for lines out of movies, like Independence Day. I think that's what
the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
True, yeah. This is what they're using it for so far.
That is doing that speech such an injustice. That speech gives me the chills when you like really think about what they're going through, what they're doing, what they're about to fight for.
Tough times.
And the president gets up and does that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about already removing one of these. Arnott says, what's TTS? It's text to speech. So now there's no excuses. I want everybody, absolutely everybody, submitting dispatches because you can do an anonymous dispatch, which morphs your voice. You can do a TTS dispatch, which is text to speech. You just type in the script. And you can even put like laugh, angry. You can put emotions in there if you like. It's a drag and drop thing that I built.
Which one are you going to get rid of?
I'm going to get rid of the flirty girl one because I think people are going to be weird about it.
I mean, yeah.
Like this?
I've only heard one.
What's going down, junkies?
Oh my gosh, porn spatch.
Sean, you've got such a sweet, beefy backside.
Is not flirty. What the?
And I love what you spend your money on.
I love what you spend your money on? Okay.
You need to smack that sucker. And Sean, all right.
There you go. Thank you. The flirty girl voice is one that I think might not make it too long.
Do you have any plans for seasonal voices? Like maybe during the holidays we can get like a Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah, I was thinking about doing because the possibilities are almost endless. I could do a C-Lane voice too, so I could have C-Lane be one of the options. But that would be complicated and weird because if we're playing those back, then it would just sound like it was us.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's not going to work. You don't like that for other reasons, probably. But I think that. I don't know if that's
you have the same concerns?
Probably, yeah. I mean, they already got me saying enough stuff. All right, we have a pick a side for you today, everybody. So it's time to pick a side. C-Lane, do we have a new song for this?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even get it.
You want me to play it here? I think.
Yeah, can you play it this time?
Hold on, I have to open it. Pick a side.
Sorry.
Double clickety, and here we go.
Your thoughts and takes won't be denied when we tell you to pick a side.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either.
It's a lot of melodies going on. All right, let's get to it here. A pick a side for today. In this pick a side, a man became upset after a gas station employee told him the bathroom was for customers only. Paying customers only. That's what she said. Pick a side. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong here? Is it a customer is always right situation? Does the business owner have the right to do whatever they want? Here is the interaction that led to this pick a side. Let's go.
You said I can't do what now? I can't do what now? I can't use the restroom? You said for paying customers, right?
It's only customers, sir.
So I gotta buy something to use the restroom? You just said that.
Yeah, you have to buy something.
To use the restroom?
Yeah, for using the restroom.
I'm really kind of surprised that he's surprised by this. Have you not encountered this in your adult life?
And how many places have you gone to that have a sign on the door that says restrooms are for customers only?
Yeah. Maybe the audience doesn't agree. Like, do you guys think that businesses should be able to tell you can only use their restroom if you're a paying customer? Because I definitely think that's okay. Like, they clean the restroom. They have employees that have to go in there. And some of you people who don't want to spend any money there will go in there and just destroy the bathroom, which is disgusting. And you think like you just have the right to use everybody's bathroom. I don't think this is that big of a deal. Let me roll back a little bit because the lady knows, I think, this guy's filming.
Say that.
Yeah, you have to buy something.
To use the restroom?
Yeah, for using the restroom. Don't record me.
Y'all hear this?
So give me that.
Y'all hear this?
I just told you the
She judging me. She judging me. She judging me. I came here to use the restroom. I'm on the way to work. I stopped here to use the restroom. And I came out the restroom. She said I cannot use the restroom unless I buy something. Let me see that. Let me see that on paperwork. Let me see that in the law.
In the law?
Now she want to chase me because she's being recorded. Look at her.
Or she's following him out here.
Bye. Stop tasting me. Stop tasting me. Stop tasting me.
She said, I called the law. So he goes in and he records her. He's yelling at her. This guy's pissed off because this little convenience store wants only paying customers to use the bathroom. In this pick aside, this couldn't be any easier for me. She's 100% within her rights to only want customers to use her bathroom. Like, what? I don't have any problem with what she did at all. Did she have to call the cops? Did we need to escalate it that far?
Did she call the cops?
She said she did, but I don't think she even had enough time to, C-Lane. But what side would you pick in this one?
I would pick the lady's side. Like it's a rule. It might not even be her rule, but it's just a rule for a lot of places that don't want to have to deal, or maybe places that have had problems in the past with people that aren't customers using the restrooms, and like you said, maybe destroying the place. You know,
they're animals.
And they said no. Plenty of restaurants do this. How many times, like downtown, after the bars close, you go to like a restaurant, like a pizza place, tacos, something, and there's a sign up because, you know, all the places are letting out, so all these people are crowding up in here. And they want the restroom for the customers. Like the customers should be able to use and have a nice restroom to use too.
Whoever's cleaning the restroom has the ability to set the rules about the restroom. That's it. Full stop. If you are cleaning the restroom, if you're the owner of the place, like the idea that you're walking around this planet of ours and you think that every bathroom you encounter should be accessible to you is nuts. Like this is sort of this type of thinking that I don't understand personally. That's their area. That's their bathroom. They have their bathroom rules. You go back to your house and use the bathroom there. Imagine I go to that guy's house. Hey, I need to use the restroom. Well, you have to be a resident here to use the restroom. Well, I just want to use it. Somebody said he was rude to her. Was he? He was pretty rude, right? Like
it sounds.
She's judging me.
She's judging me.
She's judging me. She's judging me. I came here to use the restroom. I'm on the way to work. I stopped here to use the restroom. And I came out the restroom. She said I cannot use the restroom unless I buy something. Let me see that. Let me see that on paperwork. Let me see that in the law.
So he said, "Let me see that on paperwork. Let me see that on the law." They don't have to show you any of that, as far as I know. We choose her. You choose her side. I mean, I don't think there's any way to look at this other than she has every right to refuse people to be able to use the restroom in her establishment. So, give us your thoughts. Who do you pick on this pick a side? The business owner or the guy that really had to go to the bathroom? Choose your side now. Okay. We're going to get to more of your dispatches. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I should be more careful with the dispatches moving forward today, but I'll try. I have another pick a side that C-Lane censored a little bit earlier, so we'll work those in.
This one was weird.
The one that you censored?
Yeah. I didn't watch much of the video. I mostly just censored it, and then I was like, I don't totally know what's going on, and I saw a little bit of it. I was like, this is odd.
There's some stuff happening in that one that I find to be intense, but what we'll do is we'll do that at the top of the hour. We'll do that right at the beginning of the power hour, the other pick a side, and it's a much more dramatic one, actually, but we want to see what you think about it. Let us know. Please stop sending in flirty girl TTSs. Please stop with the text-to-speech flirty girl thing. Everybody is now starting to use these.
Oh, Sean.
Why did you make it so porny?
Why would you want to get rid of little old me?
It's one of the voice options.
All I do is wait for a message from your incredibly attractive listeners.
Don't be weird.
And deliver it the way that you intended to be heard. On your little radio show.
This was a bad idea. I don't know what to do with it.
I agree.
Yeah, you could have seen this coming a mile away. I should have run this by. I gave them the option to do a sergeant, a radio DJ, the flirty girl, or there's one more. I forgot what the other one is. The mobster. There's a mobster too. The Italian mobster. I gave them those four options. Like I could have done hundreds of options. I just did those ones because I thought you want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I don't know what to do with this. We'll see what happens. We'll see what you think about it. Keep sending your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Everybody's another one that just came in. Everybody's using the flirty girl. Stop, all right? I'll remove it if I have to. These are serious things that we're getting involved in.
Serious porn spatches.
It's not porn spatches, for God's sake. I mean, it kind of has been, but it wasn't supposed to be. Quick moment in the sports world. I have to bring you to this over on the PGA Tour. One of the biggest names in golfing, Rory McIlroy, if you're a golfer and you think like, hey, I'm really hard on myself, I hate golfing because I'm just not good at it. This is one of the best on the planet right now, Rory McIlroy. And here's what he says when he's mic'd up and he doesn't do a great hit on the ball.
Oops, this is not good.
Oh my God, I'm so bad at golf.
I'll swap you anytime.
He says, oh my God, I'm so bad at golf. So if you think you suck, this guy's the best in the world, and he's doubting himself. Now, that's what I say when I hit the ball and it shanks off into the woods. But I actually do suck at golf. He's very, very talented, but the hot mic gets you every once in a while.
Oops, this is not good.
Oh my God, I'm so bad at golf.
I'm so bad at golf. They caught him on a hot mic during the PGA action. Rory McIlroy out there. That's chasing 1 million views over on X today. And we can work in one more clip real quick. Have you ever seen, and you'd be the one who would know this, did you know that when they film movies, like the Odyssey's coming out, Matt Damon's in the Odyssey, there's a lot of like culture war, weird, dumb stuff going on around the Odyssey, but I think most people are just focused on, is this movie going to be good? Is it going to put up big numbers? Matt Damon's in it, old story, blah, blah, blah. Matt Damon was talking about what it's like filming in IMAX. You probably knew this because you know about this kind of stuff. I did not know this. Here he is talking with Willie Geist.
How does the fact of shooting in IMAX change the experience for you as an actor?
It's more technically challenging. A regular roll of film, standard 35, takes about 11 minutes per magazine. So you load it, you've got 11 minutes to film. IMAX, this goes through in 2.5 minutes. And so if you're doing a scene that lasts more than 2.5 minutes, you have to stop in the middle and freeze. And they have to reload the camera, which takes about 5 minutes. And then we'd go back a few lines and pick the scene up.
So did you know this? Like, they're
I didn't know it was that small.
Like a massive fight scene in Odyssey. And they're in the middle of this massive fight scene. And they're at the end of the IMAX reel because it only takes 2 minutes to film all of the whole reel. And then you have to freeze. So Matt Damon and all the characters freeze in place. And then it took them 5 minutes to load the next IMAX tape thing in there to record for IMAX, and they go, all right, cut.
I think the idea of freezing is a lot less literal than that. Like, I don't think that they're just like, like hand up in the air, or like, or they were halfway through a sword swing and they have to just kind of sit there for 5 minutes while they, replace the film cartridge. But that is incredibly annoying. I know that different film works differently. And I don't know why people are using it anymore. I
had no idea, though, that the IMAX was you only had 2 minutes. If you have a scene that's longer than 2 minutes, you have to, like, edit it together. You have to pause it in there because the film goes so fast. God forbid you
screw up a line or flub up. That's a lot to waste there.
Everybody hates you if that's the case. We want to hear from you. Send us your dispatches. I got more on that Bison viral video when we return. Of course, we'll get to that. Also, next is the Conor McGregor drama. Did Conor McGregor throw this fight this weekend, this UFC fight? If you don't know what happened, it's kind of juicy. And we'll talk about what we know for sure, what we don't know. All the drama around that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
the Monsters in the Morning.
Try it with Angel.
Boom! It works perfectly. Excellent. I think I could bring the volume down a little bit more. Yeah, check. Okay, that's good. Thank you, sir. Folks, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Who watched the UFC fight last night? Give me a Y in chat if you watched it and N if you didn't watch it. Give me a Y in chat. Hey, Dylan. I'll talk to you after the show. Hope you're feeling okay, buddy. Give me a Y in chat if you saw the Conor McGregor fight over the weekend. And N if you didn't. Nobody? Not one person? All N's? Nobody watched the UFC fight. Give me a Y if you watched the UFC fight in chat. Some of you must have tuned in. Conor McGregor? Controversial character? There's a couple people. Why? And I called what was going to happen. Did you see Sophie Cunningham was a ring girl? Sophie Cunningham from the WNBA, this lady, this meme lady. She was a ring girl. And if you looked at that and said, wow, they must have really planned this and thought it out, Dana White said she showed up. She was sort of a guest there. And she said, I want to do that. I want to do the ring girl thing. And he said, okay. And then just like that, they got her up. Most people not watching UFC. For those of you who did watch UFC, do you think that Conor McGregor knew his knee was blown out? Like, for those of you who didn't watch the fight starts, Conor McGregor jumps into the fight with this like flying kick, and he throws out his knee, and that's that. It's like 5 seconds. And the rumor mill is full of stories that Conor McGregor knew he had a problem with his knee, that they wanted to still get all the money from the pay-per-view, that there was a lot of build-up and buzz going on here, and he knew probably it would be his last fight because his knees are so screwed up. And a lot of the people were suggesting that this was sort of rigged in a way. He blew it out in the fight. Well, he's saying he didn't know this was happening. You could see him being a little ginger with his knee right beforehand. You know, he's kind of like being easy with it before he goes out of the octagon. I refuse to ever watch a rapist, says Weed Consumer. I do not know enough about the Conor McGregor allegations, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know that there are allegations. I've heard the allegations about the bathroom incident, and I know that there was like some sort of case, but I don't know if it was a civil case or a criminal case or what. I don't know. The mobster sounds like Dracula. How dare you? Let me just say something, and I don't know how to be any more clear about this. We will not have anti-Italian discrimination in this stream. I don't care what platform you're on. I don't care if you're on TNJ Chat or YouTube or Twitch. We will not have anti-Italian discrimination on this stream. The TTS mobster voice is a perfect rendition of a New York Italian mobster. Don't go all Zoran Mamdani on me, ignoring the damn Italians with your anti-Italian nonsense. Was it the same knee that he damaged previously? I don't know. I know a lot of people seem to think that Conor McGregor rigged that fight. And not rigged it like so he could win, but rigged it so they could even do the fight to begin with. Like physically, the suggestion is that he knew he wasn't going to be able to get through that fight. Big Tire says, Conor's all about a paycheck. I would think the fights are pretty in tune with their body. Fighters are pretty in tune with their bodies. AJ says, it's the Italian that's telling you it's terrible? Nonsense. Chat, I want you to decide. I'll play one of the dispatches that are from the New York Italian mobster voice. And you tell me. Okay? Hang on. Not flirty girl. All right. Here's New York mobster. You tell me if this isn't 100% accurate New York mobster. Let me turn up the volume.
Oh, Sean, every time you're on camera just gets me excited, you know? I have an itch only you can scratch. You know what I mean?
That's perfect, isn't it?
Oh, Sean, every time you're on camera just gets me excited, you know? I have an itch only you can scratch. You know what I mean?
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. It sounds accurate to me. It sounds like an Italian guy. Awful? What? Sopranos is New York mobster? That is, it literally sounds like the Sopranos. There are other mobster voices. I can try them, perhaps. But I mean, I think it's like a dead-on Italian mobster. 1 minute and we're coming back. It's a little Dracula-y. Was that a vampire from Transylvania? Who's trolling? It's literally the most accurate Italian mobster voice I've heard in my life. I thought it was straight out of Casino, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Gabadagoo. Folks over on YouTube, hit that like button if you don't mind. And let's get some more gifted subs. Support the show. Gift subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com to unlock secret shows and even this TTS feature for people like you. We're coming back.
Four teams hoping to hoist the trophy for their country.
Spain heading to the semifinal. And the only place to listen to every remaining game for free
is the iHeartRadio app.
What a moment in the tournament.
Fox Sports and iHeartRadio bring you all the action, no matter where you are.
The biggest games are yet to come. Don't miss a moment. The referee blows the full-time whistle.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. Green. That's green. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
You look great today. I know it's a Monday, but you're looking fantastic. We're glad to have you on board. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Got an announcement tomorrow, I think, on the show. We could probably do this. An announcement tomorrow on the show, which I'm excited about, but probably try to work that in the power hour tomorrow and let you know some things that are going on. In fact, there's a bunch of stuff to talk about in the near future here over the course of this week and into the month. And we're pretty much all hands on deck. Not that there's a lot of hands these days until August, I think, or September more August. So. I think Sealand's got 1 day in August he's taking off. But I'll probably just do a show with some other folks that day. And on the other hand, we're for Sealand's birthday and for Courtney's birthday, way into September, we're going to take a couple of days, take like a Friday, Monday situation.
Nice.
But otherwise, we're working right through it. And we got some big news for you tomorrow on the show in the 2:00 hour, the power hour. Well, it depends on when you get the final hour of the show, if you get the final hour of the show.
You never responded to my text about that. Are you going to come for my birthday?
We're going to the Keys. It's Courtney's birthday too. I would love to go to New Orleans. I mean, I love New Orleans.
That's funny because the Keys was on the table for that.
You
for that
should
trip.
go to the Keys.
No. I already got people booking trips.
Where are you staying in New Orleans?
I don't know. She got a couple hotel rooms just reserved.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be canceled, very easily if we decide, hey, this might be enough people that we can do an Airbnb kind of situation.
True.
But we have the 2 rooms just in case, we have something.
Well, I had talked about going to Nashville or Asheville, and that got such a big response from people. People are either team Asheville. Some people love Asheville. For God's sake, some of the emails I got, people were like, "You have to go to Asheville." And then a lot of people were saying Nashville is such a fun place to take a vacation. I've been to Nashville, and I wasn't super excited about Asheville. But when Courtney said, neither one of us have ever been to Key West.
Oh, wow. You've never?
So, never. I've never been.
Are you going to drive or fly?
We're going to fly. We're going to fly because it's like an hour and 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that.
I've done the drive a couple times, and I got to say, it is one of the most boring drives. It's not boring in as much as there's such great stuff to see. there is cool places to like turn down, and like there was a bar we went to on like No Name Key or something like that had some pretty cool stuff there. It was one of those bars that like tapes dollar bills everywhere. So you just every time I'm in a bar that tapes dollar bills everywhere, I go, what happens if this place goes up in flames? Is it just an instant?
Am I going to have fun for like 3-4 days though? Is there enough stuff to do? Because it's not very big, Key West. It's
but there's plenty of fun stuff to do. You're not generally traditionally much of a beach guy, but the beach is very nice there. And then walking up and down Duval Street, you'll have a good ass time.
And you're going to New Orleans for the long weekend. And are you just planning on getting absolutely just sloshed?
There'll be a little bit of that, but also probably just eating a bunch of good food. Ashley's been like already looking up. Like I think she already has the first place that we're going to go to after we get off the plane, like a brunch place already lined up. Yeah, there's a bunch of great stuff there. And when we go to Nashville for her birthday, I don't think I realized this. I saw it online, or maybe Peisenberg told me about it. Turkey and the Wolf has a location in Nashville now, too.
They do, yeah.
They have the Turkey and the Wolf Ice House. And I was like, hell yes.
If you don't know what Turkey and the Wolf is, it's a restaurant that became famous because it's like a sandwich shop, but it won for the best restaurant in the United States of America from Gourmet magazine or some big establishment. I forgot which one. And turned into like one of these places where people travel for food, which is, I always think it's fun. I want to travel for relaxing and also for like eating great food and just having some drinks and experiencing the culture. We've never been to Key West. So Courtney and I are going to be going on that very same weekend, not purposely trying to stay away from Sealand's birthday.
2017 Bon Appetit magazine named it the best new restaurant in America.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I if you have suggestions, anybody who is a Key West mega fan, let me know the places that we really, really got to go to. And should we rent bikes? Should we rent golf carts? Characters down there, man.
A lot of Vespas in Key West.
Yeah, I like the people of Key West seem awesome. That's what I like. I like it. I'll be honest with you. This is so nerdy, and I apologize here just for what I'm about to say. But Key West, I was won over simply from watching the show Bloodline. I love the show Bloodline, and they're in the Keys. And even though they kind of make it look rough because nobody has air conditioning in a lot of the different episodes that they show of life around Key West from Bloodline, but I loved it from that, and I wanted to go there, and we've never been, so I think that's where we're going to go. But until then, boy, do we have a lot in store for you folks. I got a big meeting today and a couple other things, and we'll talk about that hopefully tomorrow in the Power Hour. But the big thing over the weekend, not according to our chat, because nobody is watching UFC over on the chat side of things, but the big thing for folks who are MMA fans was this Conor McGregor comeback fight. Conor McGregor, very controversial character. He comes out like they
more than ever.
Yeah, definitely. And they ding the bell, C-Lane. Conor McGregor comes out. Here's just a very quick little overview. He jump kicks for this guy, running kick, and he misses, and then he hits the ground, and then very shortly the whole fight is over. Like they're 5 seconds in, and then he gets pinned onto the ground, and then the ref calls it because he threw out his knee again. So the question was, did he already know, like before he even got into the ring, did he know his knee was screwed up and then he wanted to throw a big dramatic kick so he could be like, oh no, because they didn't want to cancel the main event before UFC 329? There's a lot of people suggesting that that's the case, that they didn't want to cancel it, and Conor McGregor knew his knee was screwed. Another video, I'll mute this here. Another video shows him right before he got into the octagon, and he's kind of like being a little more gentle with his legs and with his knee. He takes his shoe off. He's careful with that right foot. I don't know. I mean, we'll never really know, I don't think, whether or not he fully knew and this whole thing was sort of rigged in as much as he knew that the fight wasn't going to last. But Conor McGregor said, I was so sharp and so ready for this fight. I cannot believe what has happened. The talk of me being off well walking into the fight is nonsense. I was calm, ready, and confident. I am in shock what has taken place. The devil is literally staring at me right in front of my face here. I am not engaging. I will be at church tomorrow. I will overcome this. I will not be deterred. I will return. 17 million views. Conor McGregor. But was it rigged? Did he know that his knee was screwed? Is the whole thing sort of some setup? Then they have him go into a Newport pain management clinic 4 days before UFC 329, and they said he looked like he was limping. Headed into this place. Here's Conor McGregor. This is days before the fight. Why couldn't we
have seen this video ahead of time? Make some bets.
He doesn't look like he's really limping to me. I just see him walking. Yeah. I think maybe people were looking a little bit close afterwards. Oh, here he is coming out. Seems like he's walking fine. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if people could be swayed in either way, but it seemed like he was walking fairly normally to me there, but we'll get your thoughts on this. He followed up and said, my head gasket is gone, destroyed. I had no injury or injuries going into the UFC fight. I was throwing kicks, planted, and jumping all throughout camp, as well as backstage before the fight. This came out of nowhere. I am beyond dark here. I can only describe it as hell. 32 million views, Conor McGregor over there. Do you believe him? Let us know. Send your dispatches.
What's the reply section look like on that?
It's called Karma. Go do some more lines in the bathroom. Imagine the hell the woman you rape goes through every day.
That's what I was thinking.
Time to save Ireland champ. Different kind of fight, but a more important one. Your suits are too tight and likely cut off circulation to your brain. I pirated the stream and I still want my effing money back. So, on and on you go. So they're all in the comments thread. They think that perhaps he wasn't being honest about the condition of his knee with that UFC fight this weekend. All right, quick break. When we come back, we got jury duty. I want to talk to you about right before we do jury duty. Because I got one story and one story alone for jury duty. And it's about the big mystery that's starting to get a lot of attention nationally. But then there's a movie that I think has the potential to be the next Obsession. I want to tell you about this. They just dropped a trailer. It's in theaters later this year. I really think it's a good premise. I like the premise. I think it has a shot of being the next Obsession. We'll talk about that and do jury duty. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI can write jokes. We know when to pause for a laugh. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is three-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Cunol Turmeric.
The All-Star break has arrived for Major League Baseball. Tonight it's the Home Run Derby at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. In the midst of a 9-game losing streak, the Athletics have fired pitching coach Scott Emerson. Bullpen coach Dan Hubbs takes over on an interim basis. 29-year-old LeGerald Vick, a member of the Kansas Jayhawks 2018 team that went to the Final Four, has been charged in Tennessee with first-degree murder. I'm Frank Garrity.
Doctors recommend turmeric more than any other supplement for joint health. Cunol Ultra High Absorption Turmeric is the #1 form of turmeric. We're clinically tested to support joint health and healthy inflammation. Cunol, science-backed, trusted by millions.
I only talk to you and tell you about the best, the most trustworthy companies that I will deal with myself, that I will spend my hard-earned, you might disagree on that, money on, and the places that I think are great companies. And one of them that you hear me talking about is, of course, Mills Air, because Mills Air is a great, great company that I'm proud to represent. They're an AC company that doesn't act like the rest of these folks driving around in vans with a bunch of yahoos that have maybe been working in the industry for a couple of months or something. These are people who are the best of the best. The best techs work at Mills Air. They can fix any kind of AC problem you may have. Doesn't matter what the issue is. They've done it before. They'll do it again, and they'll be honest with you about price. And those are the things I care about. Family-owned and operated, locally owned and operated. They are paying well to people who are right here in our community. And so I appreciate them, and I think you should too. Give them a call over at Mills Air. Pick up the phone, dial 407-277-1159. One more time. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, Sean Wasson. and I hear this all the time. I can't afford to call a lawyer. Not true. With Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt and JustCallMo.com, the call is free. The advice is free, and you don't pay a nickel unless you win your case. I'm no attorney, but that sounds pretty good. So if you're ever unsure after an accident, just make the call. It costs you nothing. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com or 1-800-CALL-MO.
Stellar Nights at Orlando Science Center features a different laser light show every Friday and Saturday night, plus planetarium shows, exhibits.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Commercials. We don't need no stinking commercials. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing okay today. Sean isn't an attorney. I am not. No. Fedora the Explorer, thank you for the 114 months. My God. That is a long time. That is a long time. Thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber for a very long time. What do you guys think so far of the TTS dispatches? They're only for subscribers, but what do we think about them? Do we love them? Do we hate them? Here's somebody else doing the very Italian New York mobster.
Gabagol.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a New York mobster.
Gabagol.
Gabagol.
You know, this dispatcher keeps my bushes seriously wet.
Okay, that's the one that I'm worried about. That's the one that concerns me a little bit. But how do we feel about the TTS dispatch? They're funny. Love them. They're fun. They have Gabagool in Romania. We might do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of shifting on the voices, but we'll see. You should go bioluminescent kayaking. Did they do that in the Keys? I've done that in Puerto Rico. It was pretty fun, actually, believe it or not. It's the best thing the show has ever done. Good. Good. Feel like it's missing a Kermit and John Madden voice? Can we have a Sean voice? I could do a Sean voice, but the problem is, isn't it going to be weird? Like, then you're just going to have me saying stuff back to me. And remember, most people are listening to this show. It's going to clash. It's not going to work. I can add more voices, though. But I think the Italian New York mobster is a very good one. All right, jury duty. We got the big story that's been bubbling up. I don't know if you've followed the coverage on this, but if you're not in the loop, you're going to be in just a moment. Here we go. No Sean voice? Do a Trump voice? Oh boy. All right, here we go.
Sports are bringing you every remaining match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
All the way up to the final, July 19th. The games are live
and for free. Just download the iHeartRadio app now.
Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, any Hers chips, and a fountain drink for just $6. Make it a classic for $8. Gotta have a Wawa.
For millions of kids, school isn't just a place of learning. It's where they can depend on access to healthy food. When school's out for the summer months, many of those meals disappear. But there is a solution. All across the country, there are programs for kids and teens to access free meals all summer long, including resources for eligible families facing tight grocery budgets. If you're looking for resources to help feed your family this summer, visit nokidhungry.org/help. Let's make sure every kid has the happy, healthy summer they deserve.
If you're not confused, you are not paying attention. This is the News Junkie.
Big mystery story grabbing everybody's attention out there. Thank you for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. You can join us on the show with a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Some criticism about the new TTS dispatch feature, which is text-to-speech for subscribers only. And they're trying to say that the New York mobster voice selection doesn't really sound like a mobster, but I think it does. I think it does. It's like a dead-on, straight-up Italian mobster guy from New York. Some people are saying it sounds like a vampire.
Are they not putting in enough token New York mobster words like gabagool? I mean, the first one said capiche.
Tell me this doesn't sound like a New York mobster.
Oh, Sean, every time you're on camera just gets me excited, you know?
That doesn't.
I have an itch only you can scratch. You know what I mean?
Okay,
that is like dead on
Dracula.
New York Italian mobster.
No.
You don't think it sounds like a New York mobster?
Mobsters don't say scratch.
No, look, here sometimes you gotta lean into the character a little bit. Here's another version of it.
I'll have the linguine. Red sauce on the side. If the sauce does not come on the side, I will send it back. I want garlic bread. Toasted, not burnt. If it comes burnt, I will send it back.
Straight up New York mobster, gabagool, Sopranos, woke up this morning. Big vibes happening there. I told you that that there was a new movie that has just dropped a trailer, and I think the premise to me sounds good, all right? And I think it could be the next Obsession. There's a movie that's coming out later this year. The trailer already has 6.5 million views, and it's called Bad Apples. That's the name of this movie. I think this could have some potential of being the next Obsession-like movie. Now, granted, I've only seen a little tiny teaser of it so far, but I love the idea. That's why I liked the movie Obsession. I said, when Courtney showed me the trailer before anybody in the world was talking about Obsession, Courtney knows about the new movies before anybody else, and Courtney goes, this is a good one. Check this out. And I watched the trailer. I go, that looks good. That's a creative idea. I like that. I felt the same way about this. Bad Apples is this movie that they've just dropped the trailer for. And a teacher, all right, she's teaching in her classroom, and she has these punk-ass kids, one in particular. This kid is like such a pain in the ass, bully punk who's in her classroom, and he's like ruining everything. This is the kid. He's like screaming at the other students. The kid sucks. He's the worst. Bad Apples is the name of the movie. And the whole idea of this is that the teacher kidnaps the student so that she can teach him how to behave. Love the premise. Love the idea that she's like, oh, God, this kid's so obnoxious. She's the teacher. She kidnaps this bully at her school to try to teach him a lesson and teach him how to behave. Interesting idea. I think this could be pretty big. I don't know how to say the actress's name, though. Saoirse Ronan? Saoirse Ronan?
I don't know. Let's see.
Saoirse. I don't know how to say that. Saoirse Ronan, whatever her name is. She's in this, and the trailer looks pretty interesting.
Oh, I think it's some sort of like kind of Gaelic thing, because this is what I'm getting from Google.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, Saoirse. Okay, Saoirse Ronan. Bad Apples is the movie that's starting to get a little bit of buzz later this year. Could possibly be like another one of these Obsession breakthroughs. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe like Weapons, that kind of movie. We'll see if it gets any more traction and keep an eye on it, as you might imagine. Right now, though, here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Yeah, I just stretched it out a little bit while I got over on the right tab for jury duty. Jury duty brought to you by... I thought maybe
you forgot what we were doing.
No, I fully know. Let's do... Look at the list. Look at the schedule. Look at everything that's happening. I want to thank justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, the insurance companies, they're big, greedy companies, And without a shadow of a doubt, you need to make sure after an accident you're taking care of yourself, your family, and your future. This could be a big, big difference in the two directions that your life could go, whether you go after the insurance companies for what you deserve or whether you don't. All right? It's a earth-shattering, shocking decision, but make a smart one. JustCallMo.com, JustCallMo.com. Oh, we've been kind of talking about the college football star Nolan Wells. He was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. He was on this little island off of Mississippi, and he was with his friends. He is black. His friends were white. The only reason I say that is because people are trying to make this about race, so it's at least worth noting that in the show. Nolan Wells from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, vanished over the July 4th weekend. His body was recovered days later on an island off the Gulf Coast. This is an island where they were doing some partying. Here's the timeline that I have. The timeline is from WLOX. And they say the body of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells was found in the water just off the northwestern tip of Horn Island on Monday morning. Tuesday, the coroner said that the body was identified as Wells, according to dental records. Cause and manner of death haven't been released. His family thinks that his friends did something. I don't know what. But Saturday, July 4th, they traveled to Horn Island with a group of friends, and Wells was with them. The boat left from a private dock in the Ocean Springs area. Wells was last seen near the island at about 3 p.m. He did not return on the same boat as the group. From what we understand, he chose to stay behind. The Coast Guard said that a friend of Wells contacted the agency around 11 p.m. on the night of July 4th. The Coast Guard would not disclose any other information about that call, but said the call did not require Coast Guard assistance. His mother contacted the sheriff's office Saturday evening around midnight to report that her son had not come home. Sunday, the Coast Guard said it received a request for assistance for the missing person around Horn Island. They had a broadcast out there and put a chopper out. They said that they were in search of Nolan Xavier Wells, 18-year-old black male, 6'1", about 180 pounds. He was seen on Horn Island on the 4th of July wearing blue swim trunks, no shirt, and glasses. His family said he's in this video, and he's fighting in this video to try to get his phone back. They're like, in this video, he says, give me my freaking phone. And that's the core of the family's case. Here's the problem. The person who was actually in this video, the family thinks it's their son who died, Nolan Wells. The person who's actually in this video fighting has come forward. It wasn't him. It wasn't anything to do with him. It was another person who knows him and was very familiar with him that wanted to come forward and say the family has this one wrong. So their theories about this being some sort of malicious thing, and there was a fight, and for whatever reason they ended up killing this guy, Nolan Wells.
So the family thought that some different dude was their son?
Yeah, they thought, because it's a blurry cell phone video, and in the video you could just hear sort of commotion and somebody talking about their phone, and they thought it was their son. It's not. The person who it is was involved in a fight over something completely unrelated. They have come forward and said it's not about this at all. But they got Ben Crump on the case. He usually does these sort of race-based cases and gets involved in stuff like this. I think we'll learn more from the coroner, but it could be just as simple as this kid was out there, he was partying, and for whatever reason, he ended up drowning off of this island and unfortunately met a very young demise out there. The family, they don't usually want to hear that kind of stuff. So I don't know what's what yet, but I'm keeping an eye on the Nolan Wells story, and we'll see if there's any other updates as we go along. And we'll see what the coroner says. That's a very important update that we're waiting for. As far as the TTS things, I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go. They seem to like it on chat quite a bit, and they're using a couple of these more than they're using the radio DJ, which I like. That's my favorite one. The radio DJ voice I think is the best, but the mobster is second most used, and then the sexy lady, or I think I just called her flirty girl. There's been way too much of that.
She sounds more porny than flirty.
It's a little bit over the top, but maybe it's supposed to be. We're letting you get creative. We're trying to see what you can do with this. All right. Let's see here. A couple of things. David emails the show. David says, Sean, for the pick aside, I 100% agree with the lady. That was a lady at the convenience store who said the person could not use her bathroom if he wasn't a paying customer. Having said that, I've also noticed quite a few convenience stores put signs on their bathrooms that just say out of order. I inquired one time about the out of order sign, and the clerk said, you can go ahead and use it. We just put that sign up there because people make a mess and leave it, and we don't want to clean it up. Seems almost like it's a catch-22, but it's your business and your restroom, and you should be able to do what you want with it, says LB. Thank you for that. Jane says, well, I've not been in a long time. There's lots of stuff we're seeing in Key West. You got to try to check out Mallory Square in the afternoon. The vendors and street actors and the carny-type people are great. The aquarium's great. The Hemingway House and the Lighthouse are worth it.
The aquarium is pretty
Jane.
cool. I actually attended a rehearsal dinner for a wedding there. So it was a cool little venue for that. Mallory Square is where people like to go for like sunset. Like you go down to Mallory Square, you watch the sunset. There's vendors everywhere, and then you hit up Duval Street and let the party commence.
There's also a clothing optional bar. Did you go to that one?
I did not. I did not. No. Was not aware there was a clothing optional bar.
All right.
I've seen people, make some of their bars clothing optional.
You're not supposed to, though?
I don't know that it was sanctioned.
All right. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the Power Hour and another pick a side. This is the one that C-Lane got all set for us. Who are you going to choose? This is a good clip. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey-o, Skull Mike activated. Welcome behind the scenes. The Power Hour is on. The Power Hour is on, everybody. So he says, this is what Sean's Italian mobster sounds like?
This is what your Italian mobster sounds like. One spaghetti. Two spaghetti. Three spaghetti.
It doesn't sound like a vampire. Submit yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. That feature only available if you're a subscriber. Mallory Square has trick cats? Nice. The audio between show and Skull Mike is perfect. Well, thank you, crazy drunk cat lady. Yeah, we're trying to improve some things. Yeah, this Nolan Wells story, it really does seem to me like just a tragedy. And then the family gets whipped up, and then the family is told, like, these people weren't really his friends, and sort of start concocting a bit of a conspiracy theory. That's what it seems like we're looking at. I don't know. I'm not completely set in that yet, but that's what it seems like we're dealing with right now. Like just an accident, a tragedy. The FDA has announced a recall nationwide of a popular dog food. How many of you have dogs? You should be on your radar. We got dog owners in chat? Give me a Y if you're a dog owner, because you're going to want to know this, okay? This is important. According to a notice from the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, Pedigree just recalled 2 lots of canned wet food for dogs. Why? It may contain fragments of metal or plastic. The recalled products are 13.2 ounces cans of Pedigree canned high-protein chopped chicken and duck flavor. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. First of all, 13.2 ounce cans. So these are like the big dog food cans, I think. I think it's like those big tall boys of dog food. Pedigree, high protein, chopped chicken, and duck flavor. There are possibly sharp foreign objects like plastic or metal shards in the dog food. Please be careful. If your dog has that, make sure you throw it out. Chaos says, the cringe part has been the black community saying you need to make your black kids aware of how evil their white friends can be. I think it's disappointing and overstated, and it's all like a part of the silly culture war stuff that I just refuse to believe is real life. I think so often a lot of the stuff that I hear that's so annoying is mainly like rich, over-educated white people making arguments on behalf of black people that make them look bad. It's all very bizarre. But in this case, I don't think this story needs to be race-based at all with Nolan Wells. Other than the fact that some people are comparing it to, what is it, Us? What's the Jordan Peele movie? Is it Us? What was the first one with the spoon? What was that movie? Because people are comparing it to that. Like he's the black friend and the white friends are somehow evil or whatever. Pedigree is garbage food anyway? Is that true? Here's what I heard from the vet. Our vet told us that dog food about 20 years ago or 30 years ago used to be really bad. And you had to be really careful about what you were feeding your dog if you wanted them to be healthy and you cared about them. But they said because of the regulations and a lot of eyes on the industry now, that now more than ever, almost all of the mainstream dog foods are actually pretty decent. That's what I heard. Maybe that's not true. 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. Get Out. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've seen people comparing the Nolan Wells thing to Get Out. But I just don't see any evidence at all that these people were anything other than his friends. And if they were his friends and they didn't care about the color of his skin, which is good, and they were buddies and then something tragic happened only for his parents to get aligned with Ben Crump and then make this a completely race-based thing because that's literally his business model, I think that's kind of dumb. I don't like that. Not a fan. Old Roy is the worst thing you could give your dog? What's Old Roy? Where are you getting that from? Bootsy says that's why you don't see white dog poop anymore? Is that a sign that the dog is like not doing well nutritionally? Gross. I don't want to think about that. All right? I don't want to think about that, Bootsy. All right, we got another pick a side here. This is the one C-Lane put together. We're coming back right now.
Just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The Final Four of the World Cup is set. Argentina scored 2 goals in extra time to get past Switzerland.
Alvarez! Oh! That is a wondrous goal! Argentina do it again!
Argentina meets England in Atlanta on Wednesday. The first semifinal is tomorrow. France and Spain go at it in Arlington, Texas.
Download the iHeartRadio app for live Fox coverage of every game.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
You can chat with other people who hang out, listen to the show, and make friends with people just like you. You need some new friends? Perfect place to go. It's hard. It is hard as an adult to do two things. One, to make new friends, which you can do on TNJ Chat. I guarantee it. Two, to be able to like share your life and things with people. Like you're going to post something on Instagram, and unless you have some actual followers, you end up with no likes. Nobody reacted to it. And you're like, oh, man, why did I even post that thing? Should I delete this? If you go on TNJ Chat, you can hang out with people. You can get to know them. You can take pictures we call peaks over there, and you can build into the community, which I think is absolutely awesome. You should be next. So get the app, which is available at thenewsjunkie.com, and hit the chat tab. Boom, just like that. You're dropping in to say hello. All right, it's time to do it. Let's do the Power Hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
oh my God, I'm so bad at golf.
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's true. Just not good. I'm just not good at it. I got an amazing pick aside for us today. This video is incredible. C-Lane has prepared this for us here, and you can see already, here's our scene. Our scene is a bunch of young people out on boats, and your pick a side is going to be choosing between the young people who are partying on their boats and the old man who comes in real hot. You tell us which side was in the right or the wrong.
Do we have to do the thing?
The video. Oh, shoot, I don't have the pick a side video. Do you have
Your
it?
thoughts and takes won't be denied when we tell you to pick a side.
There we go, folks. Let's watch this video and pick a side. Oh, big swings.
Yeah, this guy's going at this other dude with his oar.
I have to stop here. Let me paint the picture for you. The old man, he came in like it was American Gladiators with a paddle. Like you bringing a paddle to a fight. And so they started fighting with the paddles, and he just came in hot. This guy came in 100 degrees hot, maybe even hotter. He just starts swinging.
And at one point, one of them goes, I think it's you, fat boy.
Yeah. The old man was like, I'm going to get you, fat boy. And that's where he was going after this guy in the water. Then he just starts getting his ass handed to him. They're pummeling him with the... That sound is the oars.
Somebody said, be careful?
Yeah. Be careful. God, he's really hitting him with that oar.
Oh, my gosh. That one was right to the head.
It's like, you mother. Man, it's just slamming him in the head with this oar. Did we get any context around this, C-Lane? Like, what was this old guy mad about?
I have no clue what this fight is over. The video starts way too late, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things. He came into this really hot, but he made the mistake of going over to these young dudes who just outmatched him, and he ended up getting walloped with that. Now, I'm not a man of the water, as they say, but getting hit with like a boat oar, that has got to hurt. Yeah? Like, there's no way that is not a painful ordeal, I don't think.
I mean, they try to keep him pretty light, but I still think, like, with the amount of force that he was hitting him with, and the one of those shots was direct to the back of the head.
Yeah, a bunch of times, too. Heavy Metal Cowboy says, old man is wrong until he hits the ground, and then it reverses. There is absolutely no definitive right or wrong with what we see in this video. I agree with that. It's like there's not enough context around it. But if the old guy comes in hot and he's going to attack these young guys who are out enjoying the boat for the day, the moment that you got him down and you're just repeatedly hitting him over and over in the head with an oar, I think, like, right here. Like, he's just covering up, and the guy's just hitting him over and over. Like, hit him. That was in the head right there. This is the part C-Lane's talking about.
And then
he's just walloping him.
I think there's a moment in here where it looks like one of them's holding the other's head in the water, which we learned in a previous story could be attempted murder.
Yeah, and maybe even just swinging the oar at somebody's head.
Could be.
That noise is an oar hitting the guy. I think he'll maybe stop doing that. I don't think he'll come back over there and put himself in that equation again. I think maybe he might learn a little bit of a lesson for this. But from what we could tell here, let us know who you think was in the right and in the wrong. I really think, like, if this old man, no matter what he was upset about, he should not have gone and encountered these young people and tried to start a fight like this. He was way outnumbered. There's just too many things that could possibly go wrong. And he came in way, way, way too hot. But when you are attacking somebody and you've got them outnumbered, you've got a couple of friends, and you just shot after shot like that. I don't know. But BDMX Con says he came with a weapon. Anything that happens is his fault. You're not wrong. He came in with one of the oars, and he was trying to swing the oar at the young guys, and then they started swinging it back at him. So did he open the door for that? Like, if I've got a hammer and C-Lane has a hammer, and I walk into C-Lane's booth and I start swinging a hammer at him and he hits me back with a hammer, I can't go, well, this is out of line. Why would you do this, C-Lane? I have to go, well, of course he did it, because I attacked him with a hammer first. That makes sense to me. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatches in over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right.
Daylight fighting is something else sometimes.
It absolutely, positively is. Here is one of the guys who I think he's a news anchor from CBS News. He's the chief national correspondent for CBS News. And he said he almost got scammed and ripped off. He's outside of a bank here. So this guy shouldn't be a dummy. He's like a CBS News one of the main talent over there. Let's see what he says happened to him. Here.
I just got completely scammed. Got a call about an hour ago from someone claiming to be from fraud protection at my bank. And they said, listen, we suspect that people are trying to illegally withdraw money from your account. This person gave me a name. They gave me a badge ID. They seem to know so much about me, about my bank account. And then they said, listen, we suspect that there is significant fraud activity at the bank branch where you bank.
I was just stopping for a second here. I want to hear the rest of what happened. But if you're having problems with people trying to scam you and take your money out of your bank, and because you're a public figure, it's probably made worse, maybe you shouldn't make the video addressing this in front of your Bank of America. So now I know you have a bank account at Bank of America. Like, don't give people that information. Don't even tell people where you bank. I used to do that on the show. I'd be like, oh, I go into my bank. Oh, I'm like, whoa, hold on. Why even give that? That information is valuable to somebody who would want to take advantage and try to get your money. Don't even let them know where you bank. There's no reason for that to get out there at all. But he's in front of that bank.
And what we need you to do right now, we went through all the accounts, and we actually had some suspicious activity recently in my daughter's account. And she told me, listen, we think that there are two fraudsters at the bank. They go by these aliases. She gave me the names. And then she said, what we need you to do in order to intercept these fraudsters is to go into the bank and withdraw everything from your bank account, which wasn't that much money at this point, and take it with you so you have it in cash, and that'll trigger the fraudsters into action. That's how we'll be able to catch them.
Bro, you're a reporter and you almost fell for this?
Yeah, this is very
stupid. If somebody who is not, like, if somebody who you're not 1 billion% sure works for your bank is talking to you about bank stuff, stop. The first thing you do when your bank calls you and they start saying all sorts of stuff is go, hey, I'll call you right back. What's your name? What's your name? I'll call you right back. And then get the 1,000% correct number, dial your bank, ask for that person by name. Make sure you're actually talking to them.
Also, my fraud calls are automated. I think I would probably have a red flag up if somebody called and, like, spoke to me and said they were representative of my bank, because normally if there's something, and usually it's my fault, usually it's me trying to use my credit card on some website that's overseas that they don't like, use my debit card, in
that
fact.
happens.
And then it doesn't go through. I'm like, why is this not working? Then all of a sudden my phone rings. I'm like, oh, it's the stupid robot with the, this is your financial institution automated fraud detection service.
Yeah, if they start talking to you, for this guy who's an reporter for CBS News, his name is Matt Gutman from CBS News. If maybe he got excited because he thought he was like unraveling a story that he could focus on, but if they're doing this, it's very easy to know stuff about somebody who's public, so they can start talking to you about things in your family, in your account, just from picking up things that you put out there publicly. So you can't trust that at all. But he almost fell for it, I guess.
I thought, okay, that's a little weird. Why would you use a regular citizen for something that seems like a law enforcement issue? But I said, okay. And I went in there and she said, but you can't tell anybody at the bank that this is happening because they might be in on it.
Flags, buddy. Bro.
And here's a lady walking by who I think might have experienced something similar. So I go to the teller and I start doing the thing, and I'm like, there is no way that this is possibly real, that anybody would use a regular system.
Why did he say that? There's a lady walking by that I think might have experienced something similar. Like, maybe he talked to her, but there's just a woman walking to the bank. Maybe she's just banking at the bank, buddy.
Civilian for a sting operation at a bank. And I'm a journalist, and I've done scam stories so many times throughout my career, and I came so close to falling for it.
I would have known it immediately.
Scary and the dangerous part is that I would have been walking around with thousands of dollars in cash at a place known to those scammers because they directed me to my local bank branch. And I was told that this happens all the time, and then they either rob your car or they rob you. So a very scary experience happening to someone who thinks, at least, that they are savvy. I'm not as savvy as I think I am. And that should be a lesson, I guess, to all of us. You got to be so careful. And
damn, bro, I don't want to go against this guy. I hate that somebody was trying to steal him and scam from him. But the fact is, this guy should be smarter than this. There is no circumstances at all, ever, that your bank is going to tell you to be part of some sting. They're not going to do that. People who work at these banks.
A regular civilian. But right, I guess I'm up for the task.
Maybe it's because I'm a newsman. I'm so good and smart that they want me to do this. Like, there is no way. And if you work at a bank, I want you to tell me if this is something that people fall for a lot, number one, or if this was ever anything that could possibly be true. Because in my estimation, the bank is never going to ask you to be part of the plan to like bring down the scammers. The bank is never going to go, what we need you to do is participate now, and we're going to pull one over on them. They're never going to do that. So when they tell you to take your money out, when they tell you to do all these things, be smarter than this. I can't believe this guy almost fell for this. He's in the parking lot of the Bank of America. He says, huge shout out to the LAPD and the folks at Bank of America where I bank for helping me avert a potentially dangerous disaster. I think this guy went to the level of going into the bank and trying to take out his money, and they have to protect you. So the bank goes, why are you withdrawing all your money? And if you explain what's going on, they'll be like, oh my God, please stop. Do not do that. It's a terrible idea. You're being scammed. So many people are gullible. One of our problems is so many of you have such big hearts. You have big hearts. You have all this empathy that you're pouring out on things, and you'll make all these dumb decisions with all the empathy. Take a break. Take a beat. Think about it. Your bank is not going to tell you to take all your money out and be part of some Ocean's 11 scam to get the scammers. It's just not what happens. Unless I got it wrong, let me know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or an email, tips, TIPS, thenewsjunkie.com. The Power Hour rolls on next with an unbelievable, very, very disturbing clip that I want to play for you. More of your feedback coming in and all the Mitch McConnell information. Do we have a proof of life on old Mitch McConnell? What do we know now? We're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook.
Hello. We did a Jay-Z story today. So if we end on a Jay-Z song, what one should it be? Like if we're going to end on a Jay-Z song, what's the best absolute banger? N-words in Paris?
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call solves it all.
Putting off fixing electrical problems in your home can be a real hazard. Visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to take care of your electrical problems today. Advanced Air Home
That's a good song.
License EC 130.
Monte Carlo song? Tom Ford?
Now might be your best chance. And if you already have a quote from a bank, the worst thing you could do is just say, hey, that's the one I'm taking.
99 Problems? Got a lot of suggestions for that. We would do 99 Problems. The problem would be with 99 Problems is that the version you usually get is the squeaky clean version. I don't want that. Like, I don't want them bleeping out bitch. Hard Knock Life. I like Hard Knock Life. I think that's a catchy ass song. I have found that most people do not like it. I have found that most people think Hard Knock Life is corny as hell. What do we think, chat? Hard Knock Life, corny or good? Because most people seem to think that song sucks, and I like it. It's a hard knock life. Corny, see? N-words in Paris, that's the best one. N-words in Paris. The question is, what do you think I just wrote down? Didn't he do a collaboration with Linkin Park? That's cheesy, though. I think. Does Jay-Z not sing Can I Get A? No, that's Jay-Z, right? Yeah, that's him. Otis is better? I don't know that one. It leans towards corny. I mean, I think Courtney feels that way. I've heard a lot of people think it's corny, but I think it's catchy. Otis is the best song on Watch the Throne. Watch the Throne is the best album. However, I have heard about Jay-Z, and I am not a music critic, so don't take me for one, even in this moment. I have heard people say Jay-Z's albums suck and his features are amazing. Like, it feels like on his own albums he puts garbage material and his albums suck, but his features, it feels like he brought all the heat for his features. I've heard people say that. I don't know if that's true. Don't get mad at me. Don't kill the messenger. Big Pimpin'? Big Pimpin' is cornier than Hard Knock Life, is it not? Chat, give me a corny rating on that one. Big Pimpin' is cornier, or at least as corny as Hard Knock Life. I liked him on Umbrella and Rehab. And then Linkin Park is always a good time, and then Linkin Park has always been cheesy. I don't know what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick something last minute. Couple of minutes and we're back live. Let's see if we got anything exclusive for you. A New Jersey man was almost kicked off a plane. I will tell you what's actually going on in this story in just a second, but there's always indicators. CBS News says, a New Jersey man says he was almost kicked off a plane after a flight attendant found his shirt offensive. A New Jersey man, Sam Sadea of Linden, was on a flight from Atlanta to Newark, and he was wearing a shirt saying, "Bombing kids is not self-defense." He's of Palestinian descent. He said the t-shirt holds a deeper meaning, and he advocates for children. Then they go into the Gaza situation. He told CBS News he was very confused when his supervisor pulled him off the plane. He was like, "Hey, the flight attendant finds your shirt offensive." And I was like, "Why?" He said, "Here are the choices. Either you change your shirt or you can't get on this flight." He said he opted to change, but he couldn't get specific answers even when he landed in Newark. So the first thing is that he almost got kicked off a flight. He didn't even get kicked off a flight. He almost got kicked off a flight. And bombing kids is not self-defense. I'm going to guess that the airline is like, hey, I bet the airline doesn't give a shit about your Palestinian activism stuff. I bet they don't like the word bomb on a shirt. That's my guess. I bet the airlines hesitate to have the word bomb on a shirt. But somebody who would wear that type of shirt is also somebody who is ready at any moment to be the victim of discrimination for wearing that type of shirt. Does that make sense? Like, people who wear those kind of shirts that are meant as bait, they tend to be the same people who will be hypersensitive of somebody reacting to the very shirt they're wearing. It's like meant to trigger you, but then they're sensitive about that. 90 seconds. Meet the parents. Bomb, 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 bomb. Okay, Sebafi says, is he sounding echoey? Well, hold on. Is it because I was too close? Because the room mic can do that. You guys said it was good before. Is it echoey? Yes or no? Because I can do this. Tell me this. Does this sound better? Or worse? Better or worse, chat? Because I could always keep this muted, and then when Courtney needs to talk, now I could turn it on, and we got the room talking, right? I could do it that way. Better? Okay, I'll do that. All right, we're coming back.
Through the eyes of the heroes who defended it.
The whole thing about this country is freedom. If we're not careful, we could lose that.
On Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage, we bring you the defining moments of valor that went above and beyond the call of duty. Listen to Medal of Honor on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Medal of Honor and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Monday, kicking the week off. Join us, and you can learn more about the show over on the website, which is at thenewsjunkie.com. A little bit of an embarrassing moment last night, Sealam.
What happened?
Oh, God. I've never... I thought Courtney was going to try to turn herself inside out or something. She was trying to actively make herself disappear. Wingardium Leviosa or whatever she could do to just make herself disappear. Have you ever done this before? We're sitting at the bar. We're enjoying a few like end of the weekend drinks before we go back and wrap it up for the weekend and get ready for today's show. And there's a bunch of people at the bar. We're all kind of chit chatting and stuff. But the bar has a Touch Tunes. And you know the gimmick, like Touch Tunes, the bar makes money when you put money into the Touch Tunes thing. So this bar will let it get dead ass quiet. They will not play the free songs. Like, they will let it get dead ass quiet. And then you'll go, this is uncomfortable. And you'll get out your phone and you'll put on some Touch Tunes song.
They're playing like Chicken with you.
Yes, they are. Like Awkward Chicken is what they're playing with you. And Courtney all of a sudden fancies herself like a DJ. So she'll want to like play the music and look around. And if people are dancing and she's like, yeah, I did that. I'm creating the vibes in this place right now. Yeah. And so she would roll through all of these things.
She have a go-to? What's Courtney's go-to to crank up the Touch Tunes?
She'll do N-Words in Paris off of Jay-Z and Kanye, that one. She'll do a lot of rap songs that I don't know.
That one's hard to do
people
when
like.
you're using voice to text.
It is a little bit. And she does all this stuff. And she has a bunch of great songs that she likes. Sexy Red, whatever. So she will go nuts for it. And so she's sitting there. It gets quiet, and they kind of pressure you into using the touch tunes. And she went to do the old, like, G7 thing. And
Rolling Stone, Street Fighting Man, G7.
She goes, oh, no. Oh, God, Sean. Oh, no. And I said, what's up? And she said, I just realized I put on the wrong song. And she put on a song about dying by the band Against Me. And the song is about, like, getting cancer and dying.
Oh, my.
And it's just the guitarist, singer, and just singing along. And this miserable, it's like, when the cancer sets in. It's like just miserable song. And it was going from, like, big vibes. Everybody's having a good time. And she goes, oh, my God, I played the wrong song. What can I do? It's like, I'm killing myself today. And she goes, is there a way for me to skip my own song? Can I golden pass it? Or what? Like, sometimes you pay more money and go to the front of the line. So she's just stewing.
That would be a good extra money grab. Like, hey, did you play the wrong song? For one more credit, you could skip your own song.
She would have paid $1,000. She was like, oh, my God, I hit the wrong song. Oh, God, what do I do? She was just absolutely melting down.
Can the bartender? I think the bartender can still, like, if you ask them, they have like a remote where they can skip. Because people, they sometimes have poor choices in what they play at the bar.
Oh God, I wish I knew what song before. It was. Have you?
Mm-hmm. I've been skipped by a guy that listens to this show.
How did you feel about it? Did it make you feel like it was a low moment for you?
I tried to play the song again. He skipped it again.
Yeah. So he made it. Did he make it clear? Like, if you do it again, you're out of here.
No, because I don't think he knew it was me. But yeah, I was like, all right, well, I guess he's really dead set on not hearing this song.
Okay, I have it here. It's called. I can't play it, but I'll give you the lyrics. It's called Miami. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the song she accidentally played by Against Me, and the lyrics are, oh my God. Okay, so the whole thing is just like very much dark and about death and about all of these things. Oh, this is Searching for a Former Clarity. That's the album I think that it's on. Miami right here. Why are these websites so bad? Oh, okay. So it says, I'm trying to find the part where she really started melting down because it's like, okay, they're amputating. Listen, here it goes. It says, the plane is on fire, the effing ship is sinking, and you're swept away in a hurricane. You're buried in the rubble of an earthquake. It's terminal. It's inoperable. They're amputating. Massive hemorrhaging. Major effing complications. It's about like somebody getting cancer and dying. And oh, God. I think that's the song that she had ended up playing. She goes, oh, okay, here it is. And it's rotting your teeth right out of your head. Sight and hearing are quickly faded. Your gut's expanding, your hairline's receding, your sores are opening, and the cancer's spreading.
The sores are opening, and the cancer's spreading.
And the antibiotics aren't working. All the drugs just strangely sobering. And the skeletons in your closet have opened the door, and they've started talking. The whole thing is just like this miserable jam. And oh, God. Miami's a good song. It might be in the right circumstances, Ryan. But in this one, she wanted to just turn inside out and disappear in the moment. Fortunately for me, she wasn't able to do that, so I just got to watch the whole thing happen. It was a good time.
I'm trying to think of what else would be like it would be a fun exercise in super awkward jukebox songs. Just because, like, I think sometimes you don't realize what's available out there, and you go, oh man, there's some pretty bad. Like I knew somebody who years and years ago used to host karaoke. Yeah. And she said, I did a middle school gig once, and I didn't realize, like, what all is on my list here. And one of the middle school kids wanted to do I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men.
You can't do that.
And it's like
that's a sneaky one, but
it's
it's
like
a really dirty
you don't
song.
pay attention to the lyrics. It's sort of it's very much similar to what they did in Arrested Development when Michael and his niece sang "Afternoon Delight" and they didn't realize what "Afternoon Delight" was about.
Yeah.
There's some moments like that, but it would be a fun exercise in like what could be the most awkward jukebox song that you just drop out there.
Mr. Buddha Bless calls it party poop maxing. It's like the song that you dropped is just kills all the vibes.
And yeah, so like you don't even have to like let people know that it was you. I mean, I think that there would be a drop in use of the TouchTunes app if there was some sort of light that shined on you when your song came on. Like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
congratulations, Sean Umbop by Hanson is playing per your request.
Can I tell you, same place, same jukebox. The bartender came over one time. I don't know why. Oh, we were talking about songs that are way darker than they sound.
Like Semi-Charmed Life.
The bartender's like, this song sounds like an upbeat song, but it's not. I go, yeah, it's like Umbop. And he goes, Umbop by Hanson? And I go, yeah, Umbop by Hanson is about dying. And I said, if you listen to the lyrics, and he goes, no. And he starts singing the song and he says, oh my God, you're right. Umbop is about somebody like tragically dying and about enjoying life in the moments that you have. And I said, yeah. And then he put Umbop on the jukebox so that he could hear it and I'm like, oh God, it'll ruin the vibe big time. Oh God. All right. Let me get this in here very quickly. Mitch McConnell's office released a photo. They said he suffered minor injuries from a fall at home and then developed pneumonia. He says, McConnell says, I still have unfinished business to complete on your behalf and I have every intention of finishing the job. He has a newspaper. He has like a recent newspaper in the picture, which I don't know if you could do that other ways, but here's the newspaper. Do I have it here? Hang on. Here's the newspaper he's holding. So it's supposed to be like he is a baseball player on the front of this section, and that's supposed to show you that it's a recent story from the Washington Post and that Mitch McConnell is still healthy and alive and with us. I still say, why wouldn't he just get on with Fox or CNN or something? He says, as much as it frustrates me, this process takes time. The advice of my doctors, I won't be able to return to the Senate floor to vote quite yet, but rest assured, in the meantime, I'm not taking a break from the Senate business that matters to you. I'm working closely with my staff. I'll keep working hard to get back on the Senate floor as soon as possible, he says. So he says, nothing to worry about here. You judge for yourself, folks. Tell me what you think with your final dispatches.
See, CNN kind of like hung Scott Jennings out to dry for that. They were like, listen.
They did.
This was something that he says, we can't confirm or deny. His account of a personal conversation with Senator McConnell reflects his experience and is not CNN reporting. I'm like, what the hell, guys?
So CNN is saying, like, this isn't us officially saying that Mitch McConnell is well and we're vouching for him. This is simply one of our commentators going on the record with this story. I'll go to that clip that I was going to play in this segment. I haven't done it yet. We'll do the final dispatches stories that didn't make the cut and everything else Today I Learned included to wrap it up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Real pastrami sandwiches aren't like sliced thin.
Jim likes his meat girthy.
Yeah. I like girthy meat.
It's a little too clean on that one. I wish somebody would have thought. 311.
Why didn't someone interrupt me then?
We really wanted to soak it in.
Yeah, girthy meat.
Yeah. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out today. An announcement tomorrow on the show. An announcement tomorrow in the Power Hour. I got another test for you in a moment, too. Hang on.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th.
It's getting ready for Today I Learned.
Selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
It is definitely summer out there, and it is time to get that fresh look. The one that keeps you cool all season long. Do what I did. Go to Hammer Nails Grooming for Guys. I went a couple weeks ago, not even, and we were just finishing up work on a Thursday. We had the big July 4th broadcast coming up, so I said, I
I'm not going to play this in his ear while he's doing a live read. Okay. Before we rate the show, everybody, before we rate the show, now is the time for you to tell me what sounds better. Option number 1, room mic and wireless mic. Here I am moving around. Here we are. We're doing the show. Here's where we get a little bit closer. Or option 2, which is room muted, just me. Option 2, can Skull Mike get a tease of the announcement? No. Option 2, there is no option 3. Okay, we can do option 2. And then when Courtney pops in or something, I'll just go like this. And now you can hear the room. You'll be able to hear her talking too. And then I can hit that to turn it off. Is that good? 2 is good? Save the echo for big announcements and breaking news. Everybody seems to like 2. Now, get those 2s out of here because it's time to rate the show. Rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a real winner. It's into the Hall of Fame over here. No notes. 1 out of 10 into the Hall of Shame. It's embarrassing over here. It's sad. No one wants to be there. Nobody wants that. Rate the show out of 10. And as you do that, I'm going to get N-Words in Paris queued up. Well, does that mean we should do that as one of our final dispatches? Okay, so it's like a really awkward one. Okay, good point. Okay. All right, folks. I'm going to get Today I Learned. I'll be right back. Strangely enough, I think I could keep talking to you the whole time. That's very weird. Just walking around. Oh, Waffle House is pretty busy today, actually. Interesting. Hey, Judy. Hello? Hi, how you doing? I got a microphone on, just so you know. Yeah, I know. That's because there's a secondary mic on. So when somebody else, when you come in or something, I could just turn it on for that. I don't know. Can you hear? Can you hear her just through my microphone?
Hello?
Can you hear her through mine?
Hello.
Chat, let me know if you can hear that. Okay, I gotta wrap up. A la vista, baby. Courtney was trying to say goodbye to something the other day, and she's like, a la vista, baby. And I go, that is not how you say it. Okay, so I'll have to turn on the room when I'm talking to her. It got choppy when I left the room? Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. I got like extra mics on here. Okay, folks, we're coming back right now. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Announcement during the Power Hour tomorrow. Godspeed, stay gold.
It's making me feel sluggish. You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Earn points like a pro anywhere you go on eligible purchases with the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards American Express card. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval, exclusions and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
We'll tell you what's going on, give you the latest tomorrow in the Power Hour. That is the bottom of the final hour of the show. Do not miss it. What else do we have? Oh, should we just get right into the final dispatches? Because I know there's some special ones.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
True. We announced today a brand new feature for subscribers. You can, if you're a little bit nervous, you don't like the sound of your voice, you can use some of the test voices for text-to-speech dispatches. And it has been very popular. There's been a lot of people trying this out. I see a lot of submissions here in the end of the show, but
I saw a lot of porn spatches in there.
They're not porn spatches, Sealand. That's just one of the characters. Oh, did you do a New York mobster one? Is this you?
Did,
Is this Sealand? That's the one I should play?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's you.
1. 2.
The pause is
a little
quite long.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you because you could
I
put it
love
in.
to count things, and I may want to suck your blood.
It's not a vampire. It's a
Buddy.
New York mobster.
A mobster doesn't say your blood.
That's how they say it. You wouldn't know. You don't know any real mobsters.
I met some mobsters.
Flirty girl has been popular, but people are just having flirty girl do other things.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
All right, thank you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, but thank you to everybody who sent these over. And that's going to have to do it for today, unfortunately. We'll keep testing that out. We'll see how we like it. You can give us your feedback, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And maybe I'll tweak the little mafia voice a bit, just a tiny, tiny bit.
Suck your blood.
For now, let's get out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Gettysburg Address is hot. Yeah. Yeah, you bet, buddy. You bet. Today I Learned for a Monday, July 13th, 2026. Today I learned this young lady right here.
Annie?
No, Shirley Temple. That's right, Shirley Temple. She retired from movies at age 22 in 1950. She discovered that her father had drastically mismanaged her money at the time, making bad investments. Out of the $3.2 million she earned during her career, only $44,000 remained in a trust account. She said, I wasn't upset. I was shocked at the time. Today I learned a lake called Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake in the world by volume. The deepest point of this freshwater lake, 5,315 feet, which is pretty astonishing. And finally, today I learned this guy right here. Jay-Z. That's right, Jay-Z. Indeed, because of his concert going a little bit late in New York this weekend. Jay-Z is banned from China. He's with Kanye on this one. He's banned from China due to constant use of vulgar language in music, according to former Chinese culture ministry heads.
You've got a point. I can't read his whole set list out loud without censoring some stuff.
Now there's some stuff you can't say on the radio there. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place.